The Horrible Gamers podcast may contain content not suitable for all ages. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Horrible Gamers Podcast, show number 343, being recorded on February the 28th, 2021. I'm one of your hosts, Jesus Gonzalez, known as Jesus Walks Out. Today, I'm joined by my friend from Little Ohio. Everyone knows him as Steve, but I know him as the Mayo. Welcome, the Mayo. Welcome.
Hey, what's up, Jesus? Good to be back. That long absence after not being here last week.
Did you get that self-driving tractor that we sent?
Oh, yeah, I heard about that. I think it's more than 50 grand or whatever you guys said it was.
That's what it said starting at $49,999. Right.
That was probably like the hobo, really small, like plow, like 2 foot wide section tractor.
Oh, like a hobo tractor. You want the big one.
That's probably like a fancy lawnmower. I need the big tractor out here. Jesus.
I'm just saying, that thing could drive itself, dude. It was like Elon Musk fucking made it or something. Like, that shit can drive itself, dude. In the field, you program it and you're like, motherfucker, go straight, then turn right again, and then go straight, and then turn left again, and then go straight, and then it just keeps going. And it'll follow that path, Mayo. Okay?
Well, there you go.
Self-driving tractors of the future, yeah.
You know, I also have all the technology over here in Ohio.
I'm sure you do. We all know Ohio is known for the technology capital of the world.
It is.
Yeah. Oh, little Ohio, yeah. You know, all the great big tech companies are in Ohio.
Have you ever listened to Ready Player One?
All the big corporations are in Ohio. You're right. Ready Player One is in Ohio, right? The
big company, the parent company in Ready Player One is Columbus, Ohio.
That's some fucking hobo ass company.
That's our future, Jesus.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, our friend Gunny Chief could not be here, but nonetheless, we got a super special guest. Now, I heard this person is a streamer on the Twitch machines, and they actually make a living off of their twitching.
I believe so.
I mean, that's pretty hardcore, man, because I don't make a living off of this podcast. Matter of fact, I lose money. I don't know.
I know, right? I don't know how much stuff I had to send to you before. Like, let me send Jesus more stuff.
I'm just losing money over here. I don't even know how to make money. All I know is how to lose money. But this person knows how to make money playing video games. I need to know the secret, okay? All right, man. Welcome to the show, the Italian Tigress! Woo! Welcome!
Woo! Thank you. How are you today?
Well, I'm doing mighty fine. Thank you for joining us.
Pleasure to be here. Also, hello, Mayo.
How you doing?
Doing great. Glad to be here with you guys.
Yeah, glad to have you.
You got that streamer voice.
Streamer voice.
Yeah, you got that I want to spend my bits voice. Give her all the bits.
All the
biddies.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Italian Tigress. You can follow her on Twitch over at twitch.tv/the Italian Tigress. She's also available on the Twitter machines and on Instagram. I see the links here on your Twitch account. I see them. This is like a stalker move right now. I got all your information right here.
I could just ask.
We could have. Look, she's even got merch, Mayo. She's got a mug.
Wow.
Mug and a shirt and a schedule. What is this shit? God damn, this is so
no
professional.
Acrylic blocks, right?
Oh, that's what we got to ask her. Hey, Tigress, do you sell acrylic blocks?
Not yet.
Well, you know where you could buy an acrylic block, Mayo?
Maybe Redbubble.
That's right. You head on over to redbubble.com, search for Horrible Gamers, and find our merch there, where we have t-shirts, we have face masks, we have tote bags and coasters and posters. But most importantly, Mayo, acrylic fucking blocks, because in the year of 2021, I heard that acrylic blocks are going to be like the new currency.
Well, there you go.
That's what I'm hearing. Word on the street, Mayo.
Over there, get me one of those.
That Bitcoin shit. Fucking don't invest in Bitcoin.
Yeah, I got
Buy yourself.
Bitcoin farm on Tarkov.
Yeah, get yourself some fucking acrylic blocks. Farm those, and you'll be rich in like a year. This is not financial advice. This was just me plugging our merchandise. Yeah, anyways. You can also head on over to Stitcher.com/premium. Sign up for a premium account, Mayo. I know you like listening to podcasts, and I know you like listening to premium, exclusive, ad-free podcast, because nothing sucks more than like starting a podcast and then having an ad that's not even part of the actual podcast just play over the podcast.
Yeah,
Like,
horrible.
what the fuck? Take that shit out. All you gotta do is pay $4.99 a month or $34.99 a year. But if you use promo code Horrible Gamers, get yourself a free month of said Stitcher Premium. Use promo code Horrible Gamers, all caps, no spaces. Get yourself a free month of said Stitcher Premium. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you can also follow us on Twitter @ Horrible Gamers. Leave us, review on iTunes, Google Podcast machines. On YouTube, you can follow us as well. We are there. You can actually leave comments on the YouTube. We actually get those comments. Like the other day I saw Evan Tanaka left a comment. He was just like randomly on YouTube and left us a comment. I was like, oh, wow, Evan, yeah. So, yeah, you can find us on there. You can find us anywhere podcasts are available, Mail. Anywhere podcasts are anywhere. I mean, if there's podcasts there, we're probably there, okay? They should have loaded us onto the Mars rover as a podcast and just fucking sent us to Mars. Why didn't they do that? What the fuck, Mayo?
I know, right? It's
If there's some life in Mars, they would have listened to us first. That would have been perfect. We got to talk to Elon Musk. We got to get loaded onto
we got to send him an email like he sent Phil Spencer one.
Hey, Elon Musk.
Nice jacket.
Nice jacket. I need you to load this podcast and send it to space on your next fucking SpaceX rocket. Yeah. Anyways, you can also support the show by giving us all the monies. And while we spend all that money, you send us more money. Like our friends, Michael Sitch, who supported us at patreon.com/Horrible Gamers. Thank you, Michael Sitch, also known as The Leahy. Jason Sams, Robert Noble, Sean Pacharek, Chad, Vader Holic, The Commandalorian, Native Lives Matter, Henley M, Jesse Kraft, Pork Chop Who, The Mayo, Robbie Wheat, Adam Sunday, John Jerome, Evan, The Smallest D Tanaka, Jonathan, Even Bigger D Than the Other Big D Hall, and Bill, Still Even the Biggest D Garner II. Thank you all for being Patreon machines. I fucking love you guys. Yeah. Anyways, we're done with all that. Let's give a quick shout out to our friends following Trustix for the intro song to the podcast. Our friends book for free for the outro music to the podcast. Our friend Ricky Alfares for the music he's provided to the podcast, as well as MechMod, as well as the other artists out there. There's so many of you. Thank you for supporting the show with your music. We love you. But this is video game time. This is like the longest intro I've ever done. Gee, how long has it? Well, it's been like 20 minutes now, hasn't it?
Maybe.
Jesus, this feels like it's been forever. But let's get to talking about video games. Woo! Woo! All right, Mel. I play games. My neighbors probably fucking hate me. Like, I'm just yelling storm right now. They're like, this motherfucker, it's
Yeah,
nighttime.
it used to be like a Saturday night when you were yelling. Now it's like a Sunday night. And he's probably...
They're fucking pissed. They're like, this motherfucker out here yelling at fucking 9 o'clock at night. What's he thinking over here?
9 o'clock at night, listen to you.
Yeah, anyways. Anyways, Mel, I played some games this week. I know Tigress was playing a game this week.
Tigress was playing a game this week.
See, she told you she was playing a game.
I think we've all managed to play a game this week then.
I think we all. I mean, it wouldn't be a video game podcast if none of us managed to play any games this week.
I mean, I played games, but really only one.
Oh, well, tell us what game you play. Tell us. Let's talk to you first. You're our guest. You're a special guest. You haven't said much. You've been very nice and polite during that 20-minute intro. We'll let you talk. Go ahead. Tell us what you've been playing.
The main game I've been playing is Tarkov, or Turkey, or Escape from Tarkov, and it's many names that it has.
So, talk to me about Tarkov. So I have played this game in the past. I mean, I'm talking like
I have shot Jesus in the past in this game.
A year ago now.
Was it a headshot or a thorax?
He shot me like in the leg, and he shot me. You did shoot me in the thorax. You motherfucker.
Yeah, it was a thorax. You were like hurt forever, and you couldn't jump, and
my fucking thorax. Ah!
I mean, that does happen. There is friendly fire in the game, so that is the thing. There is a lot of
but listen, okay, this is okay. So we're like SEAL Team 6 over here, right? Me, Mayo, we got 2 other guys in our squad, right? We're fucking like Rainbow Six Siege over here, right? We're breaching this fucking house, right? And then, all right, we're gonna go clear these rooms out. I go clear the room on the left. Mayo's like, I'm right behind you, Jesus. Next thing you know, I'm looting a fucking drawer or something. I'm like looking at this drawer thing. I'm trying to get shit out of it. I hear gunshots, and I hear somebody say, oh, I see an enemy. And guess who said that? It was the fucking Mayo. And guess who's he shooting at? I thought, oh, I'm getting shot at by somebody else, and Mayo is saving my life, right? No. It turns out Mayo was shooting at me because he thought I was the enemy. Oh, that's real nice, man.
It's a good thing I'm a bad shot.
Do you guys have color-coded armbands?
It was the very first time we played together.
Yeah, it was the very first time we played. We could put color-coded armbands?
You can. They have multiple different colors, and it's one way to help the squad know that is also a player on your team.
Whoa, this is we're learning some new shit.
In my defense, Tiger, he did break off out of my line of sight, and then he came in through a completely different door, and he was
dead in there looting.
You're so important.
You're just over here making shit up in your head, Mayo. You legit walked into the door and shot me.
Hey, I'm the host of the year. Who are they going to believe?
You like straight up, like no questions asked, just fucking walk in the door shooting people. Like
I'm like, hey, I see somebody over there, and you didn't respond. And I'm like, hey, he's over here. I'm going to shoot this guy.
Because I thought to myself, Mayo is smart enough to know that I went into that room and probably the guy in there. Right, Mayo?
Tarkov has like the #1 team kill deaths ever.
It's horrible, yeah. and then Mayo's over here trying to rush me the rest of the game, but my guy can't walk, right?
I felt bad. I gave you a bandage, I think, and some painkillers.
Oh, what he needed was an IFAC.
We didn't have that in hand.
Okay, did you have a CMS?
No, we had nothing.
Well, you guys came in unprepared. I don't know what to tell you.
We're like the worst. We're like the worst fucking team on fucking Tarkov to get in there.
So let's get your squad and my squad together, and let's do like a factory map where it's just gonna be like you guys versus us, and let's see who comes out.
Oh no, you guys are gonna fucking wreck us. It's gonna be like a bunch of little kids fucking playing against a SWAT team over here. It's gonna fucking wreck us, dude.
One of my squad members has hit Kappa and reset 3 times already.
Wow, that's fucking impressive.
He is and he's deaf in one ear, so like he is super. I don't know how he does it, but he's amazing. He's really fun to watch.
Look, I hear people that have disabilities sometimes get enhanced.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Like if you're sort of deaf, your vision gets a little bit better. Or like if you're sort of blind, your hearing gets a little bit better. All right, Mel. Maybe this guy has supervision, and he's just really good.
I mean, yeah. There's been times where we've been playing together. He's like, "There's a guy over there." I was like, "Where?" He's like, "Right there. Killed him." I'm like, all right, well, I mean, I never saw him, but that's cool.
I would have found him, but it would have been a teammate, so it wouldn't have mattered.
Mayo. Mayo would have shot
We have a guy on our team who is currently the highest in our squad for team kills. There is not one single day. I think the longest we've ever gone without a team kill from him is 3 days.
That's pretty good.
He wasn't playing.
Oh, fuck. He wasn't playing. Oh, fuck. So talk to me. So I played Tarkov, I want to say about a year ago. What changes have they made since about a year ago till now? Like, as far as player base, have you seen the player base grow or decrease in that time?
It's definitely grown. They've changed a lot. They've changed the way the scavs are, which for anyone who doesn't know what a scav is, that is the AIs who now can one-tap you with a headshot before you even see where they are. So they've upped their accuracy. They've changed where things spawn as far as loot goes. They definitely haven't made it any easier. It's definitely harder. But the new map is supposed to be coming out soon. We just saw a video for that in our Tarkov updates. So kind of looking forward to that, which is going to be the Streets of Tarkov. But yeah, they changed the way the bosses run. It's crazy. It's the most frustrating, addictive game I've ever played in my entire life.
Do you guys have a map that you guys like to run in particular? I know I had some friends that played it a lot, and they had like one map they like to run pretty much all the time. I think it was Shoreline. Shoreline
is amazing. You either love it or hate it, which is the way it goes for every map. So we have our solo maps and we have our group maps. So when I run solo, I either go mainly to Shoreline or Interchange. My other guys usually go to either Interchange or Shoreline or Reserve. Reserve is a huge one because there is loot everywhere, and a lot of loot. But Reserve is a smaller map with the same amount of people as you have at Shoreline. So there's like 10 to 15 people in a map that is relatively small. So every turn, every corner, there is someone else who's probably going to blow your head off. But there's a thrill in that. So yeah, it just depends. Whenever we do our group runs, it's usually whatever tasks or quests, and we just go to whatever map everybody needs us to go to. Customs is everyone's least favorite map, but that's where the most tasks are. Woods is great if you understand it.
Yeah, I was lost in that part of the game. The vendors and all that stuff, that's where I'd never really had enough time in it to get into it to understand all that.
I think you have to get in there with somebody like, for example, like Tigris, who already knows the game, and then have them teach you, and then from there you go on. Like, you said you played this game solo. That has to be hardcore as fuck. Like, I mean, I've played Battle Royale solo. Like, I played PUBG solo tons of times, but that's, you're going to die or win. Like Tarkov, it's kind of like a Battle Royale, but not really. Because you're going to lose all your shit, and that's real shit that, like, you fucking been playing and took out of, like, the map before, you know? So you're losing important shit sometimes. So how do you go about when you go in solo? Like, do you take, like, your favorite gun with you, or do you purposely, like, say, like, fuck it, I'm going to take this other shitty gun with me instead?
It depends on what kind of run I'm doing. So like right now I am doing most of my solo runs on Interchange, trying to learn more of the map better because it's a mall, essentially a 2-story mall with a parking lot and then an outside. So I take my good gun when I'm just learning the outside of it, because I know there's not really going to be too many people outside of the map because all the loot's on the inside. So that's my scav killing gun. If I'm going inside, because I'm still trying to figure out exactly where all the stores are, because there's like 100 of them, I take, just like an automatic pistol, or just when I do a scav run, the gun that I get free when I survive as a scav, I'll take that one with me, just so I'm not losing too much when I go into it.
Yeah, that's fucking wild, yo.
But yeah, I'm definitely solos. I am 100% more cautious than I am when I'm with a squad, because there's no one watching your back or shooting you in the back.
Yeah, you gotta watch your back. Yeah, it's fucking nuts. Like this game sounds so cool, and I just don't think this game. Okay, personally, I want to know: do you think this game will ever make it to consoles? I don't see it happening for a very long time.
I don't think it will. It's still in beta. It's been out for 2 years, give or take.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, around 2. I think it's going on the 3rd year. And we're still in beta on PC. If it is brought to console, it 110% needs to not be cross-platform, because there are cheaters and hackers already in the game.
Wow.
There are, like we earlier today played, and we were shot through a concrete wall, which went through the concrete wall and then through a metal container, killed one of us, and we were spread out around the building. We knew there was somebody inside, and he killed all of us with that one shot. Oh. Somehow.
Oh, he curved the bullet, yo. He curved the bullet.
Exactly. It's like a curveball, but a bullet instead.
What was that?
Curved the bullet. Yes, I was looking at that movie that they curved the bullet. That's what he did. Okay, he curved the bullet.
There are definitely some issues with that kind of thing happening now. Still already, they banned 300 accounts, I think, due to cheating. And then, of course, you have your really annoying exit campers.
Oh, they just show at the exits.
Yeah, they just chill at the exit, and you go around and you're busting your ass trying to get all the loot.
That's something Jesus would do, Tiger.
That's totally something I would do. I would highlight the best, take all my good shit, fucking ghillie suit and shit, and just hide at the exit.
There's no ghillie suit, but yeah, I mean,
that'd be cool.
There are still places you could hide. And people do, and you go and you spend, 45 minutes busting your ass, fighting people, surviving, getting all this stuff, and then you go to leave, and somebody's just like, pop, right in the head, you're dead, they steal all your shit, and then they leave.
Oh, sounds like a battle royale, doesn't it?
It sounds so bad. Battle royale is one thing, Mayo, because, all the loot, you're gonna, this doesn't mean anything. The loot's part of the map.
Right.
It doesn't. The problem with this game is that the loot is loot that you could have had for yourself, and you're like, I specifically brought this shit with me. I've been dragging fucking Mayo's shit with me the whole fucking match because he died in the beginning, and now we lost everything.
Well, yeah, fuck. And then you have your own stuff, when you're trying to do tasks and there's certain items that you need for that task, or if you're trying to build your hideout up so that, you have some kind of steady income, or you just need meds that you can make instead of buy, or, there's so many different variables, and then to just bust your ass working so hard to get it all. And there's just one guy that's been laying in the same spot for 45 minutes who just one-shots you as soon as, you come around the corner, and it's all over. Everything you worked for. And it is one of the most frustrating things I've ever experienced in my entire life. So now grenades are my best friend, and I throw them at the exfils before I run up to them.
So have you been able to catch people that way?
Yeah, unless if they're people who you throw one of the most powerful grenades and then they walk out like nothing ever happened. And you unload an entire mag or two into them and they're still standing, which isn't humanly possible in the game.
They're ghosts.
So they're a hacker. They're cheating.
But
that's only happened 4 or 5 times.
I would be so mad if that happened to me. Like, just trying to kill this one guy.
You think if they cheat like that and not be able to take damage, they could at least like go to the center of the map?
I would just, if I could do that, right? If like, yeah, like if I didn't take any damage and I could cheat like that, I would just be walking around the map killing everyone. Like, fuck you, motherfucker. What are you gonna do? Come in here and take this loot. I would grab all the loot in the map and put it in one room and stand in the door.
And stand on it.
And I challenge anyone who try to kill me.
It's like people who use the cheats on the forest and they go in there and they just like are slaughtering everything. And you're like, wait, how did you do that? Like, I'm dead off of one hit. Why are you not dead?
Wow. Yeah, that's fucking terrible.
Questions?
Man. Yeah, I'm looking at screenshots here of the new street map from Streets of Tarkov. This is the new map coming out.
Oh, it's going to be crazy.
It looks like a sniper's heaven. Like, there's so many windows. I'm like, holy fuck, dude. Just walking in the middle of that street, you're going to get shot by a sniper.
That's why a lot of us don't play Woods, because Woods is, well, the woods.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I just see this like a trap central. Like, there's so many windows. Like, if those are all rooms you can be in, there's so many sniper points there. Like, you're just going to get fucking...
Oh, yeah. It's going to be utter chaos. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be frustrating, and it's going to be addictive. And I hate it. And I love it.
Yeah, Tarkov is a very cool game, people. I know that a lot of our listeners are console gamers, and they cannot play this game. But Tarkov is literally take, like, any battle royale, like we said earlier. It's like a battle royale. You only get one life. But... The difference between this and any battle royale is when you're trying to go into these maps, the goal of going into these maps is kind of like the Division meets a battle royale, or like the Division Dark Zone, because it's kind of like that.
Yeah, more
when you go into these maps, yeah, like you go into these maps like with the goal. Like in the Dark Zone, the goal is to go in to get loot and extract the loot and get out. That's the same thing here. The thing is, you're trying to get in, get this loot, and get the fuck out, and then you get to keep the loot, and it's yours to use in the next round or whatever. But everything in Tarkov, the crazy part about the game is that you literally, like everything you take in there can be lost. Like your fucking gun, your clothes, your fucking... whatever you take in there. It could all just fucking be taken from you, and it's pretty fucking hardcore. Like it is some next level shit. Like you gotta... I feel like Tarkov is the type of game that you gotta, like, if you're playing this, it's not like a pick up and play, like
no,
you play this.
You have to invest time.
Yeah. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna play this twice a week and I'm gonna play other games, you know. It's like, no, you motherfucker, you gotta make this shit like your game.
It's a commitment. Like, it's worse than a relationship. Because at least in a relationship, you can walk away and be like, I'll just come back to that later. And Tarkov, you're like, no, I lost all my shit. Now I got to go back and try to find some shit. So I got shit to do stuff with the next time. And you can't just walk away from it. It's just not that easy. Mayo somehow got me to, luckily, I was in between raids when he messaged me to come join. So
good timing.
Awesome. I appreciate you joining us. But yeah, like that is fucking nuts, yo. I mean, I enjoyed what I played at Tarkov. It's just, like I said, it's just too much of a commitment. It's too much of
once you get past level 20, everything is so much nicer. Because, like, at level 10, you unlock, and I don't know what level you guys are when you stop playing.
Oh, we were like 3.
Yeah, so at level 10, you open the flea market. So you can buy other things than just what the traders will sell you. And it opens up, like, an entire world of, like, everything. Like, you can buy better armor right away. You can buy, as long as, obviously, you have the money to do it. But there are also items that sell for more on the flea than they do for the traders. So if you're low on money, then that's a way to get more money. And then you can buy other shit or unlock stuff in your hideout. And the game becomes better. You heal faster and you don't have to spend as much on meds. And so but yeah, if you don't, pour a lot of time into it or do your tasks, then it can be a complicated situation.
I remember it being a lot too, even just like in your inventory management, because you have so much room. and you can only you can only store so many items, even when you're out of game, when you're in your lobby or whatever you want to call it. And, you're like, look, you got to sort your inventory and you got to make your guns fit and everything, it goes by squares, I think, if I remember right. And then a gun will take up so many squares, and this will take up that many squares. You got to move things around. And I remember just being lost. And I'm real particular, how I have my stuff lined out, try to be all organized. I have OCD. So I try to have all my guns in one spot, and I couldn't get a gun to work in there. And I'm like, no.
They have added a auto sort to it, which is a nice feature because then it at least puts all your stuff in the general same area, and then I go through and organize it after I push that button because I don't like having spaces everywhere either. And they also made it so that you can click on some of your guns and compact it down. They call it folding, so you can fold the butt in and create more space that way too.
Nice. Yeah, I just remember right away when we were trying to figure it out, it'd been with the ammo, you have to know which ammo goes with which gun, which kind of stock or which kind of parts can go on a gun, and you can build guns too, correct?
A lot. Well, kind of, sort of. Once you get past level 10, you unlock so much more. And then you have your presets that you can go in and completely customize whatever gun you have. And make it bigger and badder and stronger and whatever you want to do to it. I actually have a shotgun that has a 85 mag round just because I can, and a flashlight and a scope and, everything else, even though I don't need it all. It just looks cool, or ridiculous. But it's kind of intimidating at the same time, too. If you see a shotgun that's fully loaded with everything on it that you can possibly have on a shotgun and a silencer, then, people are going to think twice about shooting you before you shoot them.
Yeah, but I remember when I shot Jesus, we were in some kind of dark warehouse building or something like that. And we didn't even have flashlights or nothing. We were trying to navigate, and it was really hard to see.
Yeah, it was dark as shit.
That sounds like factory.
But yeah, it was a hard time because it was really, really dark in there, and we're the lighting is so hard to to see.
Well, yeah, you have your keys too. There's certain maps that you can't get out certain ways unless you have a key to it. There's certain tasks that if you don't have the key to it, then you can't complete your task. And there's other ones that are completely useless that you think are good but aren't. And trying to figure out just what to keep and what not to keep. And it can be very frustrating. But yeah, if I didn't have people who already played the game helping me get started, I probably would have quit after my first day.
I feel like it's something you need in that game because I remember when we were playing, we had a hard time trying to find our way out. I remember we were trying to figure out where the extraction points were, because we didn't know the maps, and you don't really have a compass or whatever. You can pull up a map, on a second monitor or whatever, but then trying to figure out where you're at is
task too.
What was that?
You can get a compass now after you complete a certain task, or you can buy one.
Nice. Yeah, that would be helpful.
Yeah, if you don't have someone to show you around. The other thing that is pretty cool too is you can do, and I didn't know about this at first until the guys all told me about it, but they have an offline mode that you can play as is online. So it simulates you're still online playing the game, but it's offline so you don't lose any of your shit when you die. And that's how I learned where the extract points were.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so it sounds like it made some good quality of life improvements from when we last played it. I'll have to jump back on and check it out sometime.
We had to give it a try, but the last person I told to give it a try is still playing it as much as I am.
I do know it's addictive, but yeah, we always kind of keep on moving over here, don't we, Jesus? We go from game to game to game, it seems like quite a bit.
Yeah, that's the shitty part. But it's awesome to hear about Tarkov. Any other games you've been playing lately?
I've been playing Poke 1. That's a Pokemon kind of game.
Okay, all right.
I've been playing that. I've been playing a little bit of, what was the other game? Oh, 7 Days to Die.
Oh. You play that? So, what do you like about this game? Everyone tells me this game is fun. I haven't tried it yet.
I haven't bought this game for you, Jesus.
I have it in my library and I still haven't played it. Fuck.
Okay, well, we're gonna have to change that.
Okay.
It's a lot of fun in a group. If you're by yourself, it's pretty boring. Not even gonna sugarcoat that. But yeah, I mean, it's a survival horror kind of zombie apocalypse type thing. You have your shop that has your one guy who's like, you can't stay here, but if you do tasks for me, I'll hook you up. So, but yeah, it's like in the group that I have, we have took over a house and we had to slaughter a lot of things to get food. And so, yeah, it's survival type stuff. I don't know. It's a lot of fun. Mayo, you've played it too. So
Yeah. We have it, and people in our community have it, and we have a server, that's going. I'm not sure how much they've been playing it lately because Valheim kind of took over. But I know we were playing it there for a little while. I remember, have you ever seen, Tiger, a character like it looks literally like a shadow from like Peter Pan? Because our co-host Gunny, he joined us one day, and he just did like a random character creation, and he was just a shadow. He was just like a pair of eyes. That's all he was. He was the creepiest looking thing we've ever seen.
That I can't say I have seen.
And that's the best way to describe it. He was like the shadow from Peter Pan. Like, I don't know.
That would be super creepy.
He was weird.
Yeah, no, I haven't come across that. Have you guys come across the zombie pigs yet?
Yes, I have seen those.
Or zombie wars, I guess.
Yeah, and so I can't remember how many days. I know on the server that we have that they can kind of back up time. So sometimes the people will jump in and stop, like say on the day 28 or whatever. And then they can rewind things back. So when they're all in a group, they can fight the zombie horde. So you're not trying to do it by yourself, which is kind of neat. So you can kind of hop in solo and, craft and build and do some things you want to do. And then you can let the guy that has the server know, and he can back up time, which is kind of nice.
Or when the blood moon hits.
Yeah. So you can all be on the blood moon at the same time together. So you can go in there and get some work done and then, change the time on it. So it's pretty good stuff. We enjoyed it. It wasn't the best looking graphic game, but it was a good time as a group, like Tiger had said.
Okay.
Is that about it? I know, Tiger, you're big into horror games. Have you played any new horror games lately at all?
Yeah.
There hasn't really been too many new ones. Devour was one that recently came out. Well, I guess it was a month ago now. It wasn't that recent. Which is a better version of, oh God, what was the other? I can't even remember it. It's very similar to another horror game, but it's better made, if that makes any sense. You can have, I believe, up to 4 people play it. And you go inside and this possessed lady tries to kill you, and you have to sacrifice chickens. And then if you like, the more chickens you sacrifice, or goats, not chickens. Chickens is the other game. It's goats. So you have to sacrifice goats. And the more goats you sacrifice, the more pissed off she gets. And then she starts summoning demons who pop out of the ground. And you have to try to run around outside and inside. And it wasn't scary. Usually those kind of games to me are more humorous. But, the people I was playing with jumped a little and screamed, so good for them.
Something I'm trying to do, like in a horror game, I'm trying to get Jesus to play Phasmophobia in VR.
No, fuck no.
Oh my God, yes, Jesus, do it.
No, I don't want, no. I'm too scared for that shit. No way.
Have you played it not in VR?
No, I have not.
All right, well, maybe you should start without VR first.
Should I?
Yeah, you should. We'll play it with you, won't we, Mayo?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. VR.
Tiger's like a Phasmophobia pro over here. What? Do you remember what level you were when you quit playing?
300 and something.
Oh, wow.
See, there you go.
Oh, wow.
346, I believe.
I'm like level like 3 or something. I don't know.
No, I think you leveled up. Oh, no, because it wasn't your account I played on.
Yeah, to say when you guys were playing at our place here, you probably might have leveled one of my accounts up, or I can't remember who you guys were using at the time, but
I think Omega is who I was on. So, yeah, he leveled up. I don't know if you did or not. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've played that game through and through. We'll play it together. It'll be a good time.
Okay.
Twist
we'll
your
hold
arm
your hand.
a little.
We'll hold your hand, and if you're playing VR,
The buddy system.
I'm fucking be scared. You won't be in my VR headset. It's gonna be scary.
we just push you in
but
the
I'll
room and
be
close
right
the
there
door.
You.
Fucking Mayo. Mayo would. He would. He'd be like, Jesus, go down to the basement, Jesus. We need you to go down there real quick.
And talk to the
It's
ghost.
rarely ever in the basement. I've only seen, out of the 300 plus levels I've seen a ghost in a basement twice.
Jesus, go into that scary bathroom with the lights are off.
Yeah, it likes the bathroom.
Yeah, ghosts always like bathrooms. That's something I've known. Yeah.
They're clean.
They always like.
They throw toothpaste at you and shampoo.
Ghosts love bathrooms. That's something that I know. anyways, is that all you've been playing, Tigress?
I've been playing some Persona too, because Persona 5 Strike just came out. Strikers.
Yeah. So talk to me about Persona 5. Are you liking it? What's this game about?
Okay, so I haven't played Strikers yet. It's on my to-do list, but I'm in the middle of almost leveling up some things in my hideout in Tarkov, so I got to finish that first. But I have played and beat Persona 5 on PlayStation, and I love the Persona series. I have Persona 4 Golden on PC. I will also get Persona 5 Strikers on PC. But yeah, it's I don't know. It's a story. It's fighting. It's fun. It's not horror, but I still enjoy RPGs.
Yes. Very Japanese style.
Yes, it is very anime.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Like anime, cartoonish, like over the top type shit, right?
But also kind of adult content at the same time.
Oh.
Oh, you got Jesus excited now.
Yeah, like you can start relationships with some of the women in there, and certain ones do certain things. You know, it's more adulting.
Are we talking Mass Effect level shit here going on here?
Oh, not quite that bad.
Oh, all right, man. Oh, man,
It depends on how you look at it.
can't wait for Mass Effect.
Yeah, I think everybody's excited
It's like,
for
all
that
right,
game.
I'm back to Mass Effect. Persona's out, Mass Effect's in. Got it.
Anyways, I guess I'll talk about what I've been playing real quick, Mayo. This week I've been playing a little bit more of Apex Legends.
Oh, really? And you're not playing with me over here? I can't carry you?
Oh, well, I was playing with Brink and Pigeon, and
Brink's probably a better carrier anyways.
yeah, we didn't win any match the time I played with him recently. So, yeah, I was going to buy that pack that you were talking about, was the Champions pack.
Oh, yeah, like the anniversary pack or whatever it is.
It's $50. Fuck that.
It was on sale when I picked it up and it was only $25.
I would have picked it up then, but I didn't. I think I didn't because I was like, I'm just going to only play Apex once. But then playing it again the other day, I was like, fuck, I should have got that pack.
Yeah.
And then I went to the store to buy it, and it was like, oh, this is $50. I was like, yeah, no, I ain't, no. I ain't doing this shit. No, fuck you, Apex.
Well, maybe they'll run a sale again because, yeah, they had it on sale, like 2 weeks ago now?
Yeah. But I am enjoying Apex Legends. I do like that they rotate the maps out so you don't get kind of like the same fucking map over and over, kind of like Fortnite or something, you know. Where
Did you know they're on a timer? Like, so like,
Yeah, I saw that. They're like 45 minutes each or whatever. Like they have a timer and it actually shows you as it's counting down like how many more minutes this map will be being played on. So that's very cool. Some more Apex Legends. One thing that I like about that Battle Royale is that it's just so smooth, man. I've never played any other Battle Royale that's that smooth. I mean, I guess you could probably say Fortnite is, like, because it is, but at the same time, like, it's just Apex does it so right. There's everything about it. It's fucking amazing. That game is so fucking fun. But yeah, some Apex Legends. I've been playing that. I'm playing a new game that I bought this week. It's called, okay, Mayo.
okay.
Have you ever wanted to nuke the world?
Sometimes.
You feel like you want to
just Michigan most of the time, but
you just want to just send.
no, I'm kidding. But
You feel like you want to send nukes to the whole world and just blow everyone up and see how many nukes they can shoot your way, and then see how many nukes you can shoot out of the sky, and like you just want to start like the end of the world. Have you ever wanted to do that, Mayo?
yeah, sometimes.
Well, let me tell you, this game ICBM lets you play the end of the world. It's it's easy game. It's a simple game. I think, how much did it cost? Like $15 or something, $20 or something. But it's a strategy game. So you start off on the map, and you can either have a map flat on your screen, or you can have a globe that you can rotate. So you can either have two different types of maps. It could be a globe, or it could be a map that's flat on your screen. And you pick a country that you're going to be, not a country, but more of a continent that you're going to be playing as. It could be North America, South America, Africa, Southeast Asia, Europe, and all that shit, right? Anyways, I picked North America. Fuck yeah. So, America. So we picked North America. And then you start off with so many points already. So, like, these points are distributed across automatically to, like, how many air bases and how many satellites, how many different ships or aircraft carriers you're going to have on your military already. So then the game starts, and there's a counter going on the bottom of the screen, and you can pause the game at any time, and you can speed it up and slow it down. But the whole point here is you're researching things, and you have this little slider that it's set at 50-50 in the beginning, so it's 50% research, 50% construction. So you can start building like Air Force bases, or like the fucking
surface
SAM
air
launchers.
missiles.
You could build those. You could build missile silos. You could build like mobile nuclear fucking, the trucks that drive the nukes on them that launch them into the air. You could build those, or you could build more aircraft carriers to put out in the ocean. Anyways, as you're doing all this, the other countries around you are doing the same thing. They're all building up this arsenal, and everyone's researching different technologies at different paces. So like, for example, say you put up a satellite in the air, because you research satellites, and you put a satellite in the sky, and you tell the satellite, I want you to fly over Africa, or I want you to fly over South America. So now the satellite, every time it goes over South America, it tries to scan it, and sometimes it'll pop up new shit, right? Like, it'll pop up new things that it notices. So, like, say it notices a new Air Force base, or it notices a new missile silo, or notices a new SAM site or something.
So they're always improving their area. I'm assuming.
Yeah. So it keeps popping up different things. So now before the war starts, or before, I would say the war already started, but before the end of the world begins, because there comes to a point where everyone just shoots the nukes off. So before all that, you're trying to figure out, okay, who has what, and who has like more shit pointed at me, and who's more pointed at the other guys. And you can start forming alliances even. So like, say you want to form an alliance with the Russians. You can try to join an alliance with the Russians. They kept denying me, so I ended up joining an alliance with the Europeans. And the Europeans joined me. So now, me and the Europeans, now we can vote to like share military resources. Like, say we can share like, hey, show me where your nukes are, and I'll show you where my nukes are. Or, hey, show me this tech, and I'll give you this tech. So we could share our technologies, and we could share our military assets and intelligence. Or we could even decide to just say, you know what, no, we're not going to do all that. We're just going to share the information we get on the other countries. So we have spy satellites or like spy planes or whatever. We'll share that information, but that's it. So you can vote on what you want to share with the other countries. And then like if somebody else wants to join the alliance, say for example, the Australians wanted to join the alliance or whatever. So like we could vote on that, and you can vote them to let them in or to deny them or whatever. But as soon as you join an alliance, pretty much all the other countries, like automatically the AI will start putting other countries into alliances. So as soon as I went into an alliance with the Europeans, South America joined the Russians, and then Africa joined the Middle East, and then Southeast Asia joined us in Europe, you know? So it's kind of like all these alliances start forming. And then there's this fucking, like I said, at the beginning of the match, there's this timer that's going up. You see the timer starts at 0, and it's counting up. So when it gets to hour 3, hour 3 or 3:30 or 4, the AI automatically starts going to fucking war with you. Like, all the other countries will start either directly attacking your country or attacking each other. So as soon as the first nuke goes off, so any country that decides to launch the first nuke, as soon as the first nuke goes off, everyone's launching. Like everyone, like every country just goes fuck. Like, oh fuck this, we're launching nukes too. So it was next thing you know, it's like
now, huh?
like people like all you see is like all these fucking red triangles, and you see all these like fucking things, and they're all like you see them flying in real time towards your country, and you're like, oh fuck, I hope I put enough SAM sites, you know, or like I hope I have enough things that could take these fucking rockets out of the sky. And sometimes you don't, you know, like New York City got fucking decimated. New York City, I think like Canada got fucking blown out of the fucking sky. A lot of my country got fucking destroyed, okay? But I nuked the shit out of the South Americans, okay? I fucking blew those motherfuckers to hell, all right? Because you know, like during the whole planning phase, like I said, the first 3 hours or so, I say 3 hours, but it goes by like I'm talking like minutes. Like each match lasts maybe 10 minutes or something. Like I said, you can speed it up super fast or slow it down to real time. It's up to you how fast you want the match to go. Because if you have it in real time, everything's moving really slow. Like your military units are moving really slow, the nukes are flying really slow, everything's going really slow. But you can always speed it up to see the outcome of shit. But like I said, you know, once the shit starts blowing, like before you're doing all the fucking setup and the planning, you can actually set up strike plans. So you can have a strike plan alpha, strike plan beta, delta, Charlie, epsilon. You have all these different strike plans you can set up. So listen, man, my plan was to decimate the South Americans because those motherfuckers, all right, it's time for them to go. They can't be our neighbors anymore. So what I did, I lined up my aircraft carrier and my destroyer, so my navy, my fleet. I surrounded the country, right, of South America with my fleet, my fucking navy, right?
So you're gonna have missiles coming from like all directions.
All right. So I told my navy, your task is to blow up all the SAM sites, all the satellites, all the radar dishes, all of their
defense?
Essential their defenses, like if they can detect us, I want that shit gone. So all these aircraft carriers have jets on them and they have bombers, and their job was, your first target is to blow up all these satellite stations and shit. All right, boom, that's strike plan alpha, Mayo. Okay, that's gonna take about it has a timer on it that says that's gonna take about 3 minutes to execute. All right. Strike Plan Beta, which is going to be executed right after Strike Plan Alpha, is for all my Air Force, all my Air Force bases that I have in my country, which was like 10 of them, to send all the bombers that we have, all the bombers, all the jets, every single fucking airplane we have, and you're going to bomb all of their nuclear sites, like the sites that we know of. So any site that you know of, like any missile silo, any launcher, anything that can shoot a missile at us, I want it fucking destroyed, Mayo, right now, okay? Boom.
Done.
Then Strike Plan Charlie, all right? We got Strike Plan Charlie after Beta. You got Strike Plan Charlie. All right, now my Strike Plan Charlie is we're going to launch all our nukes, all my missile silos. Their job now is to launch all the nukes at their cities. Because, you know, even though the war is going on and the end of the world is happening, they can still rebuild some nukes and they can rebuild their army or whatever. So you're trying to take out their cities so they have less population and less people and less money to rebuild all their shit. So, like, it's really cool when you see everything kind of play out the way you want it to. And it's kind of shitty when you get caught off guard and somebody launch a nuke early and you're like, fuck. It's time to improvise. Hopefully we don't die.
Playing Mike.
This is emergency execute everything. Like you could set that. You can have like an emergency execute button, and the emergency execute you can like that means it'll instead of launching plan alpha, you can skip all those plans and just launch this last plan or whatever, the ultimate plan. Launch that plan. And you can select what countries you want to attack. Like you could select I want the missiles to go to Russia. I want my Air Force to go to Europe. I want, my Navy to go to South America and attack them. But like I said, you kind of want to focus all your resources to one country, attacking one country at a time. Because every time the war goes down, or like the big one happens, you know what I'm saying? It seems to me that the Europeans always end up dealing with the Russians, okay? Like they just sent all their shit to the Russians. They never sent anything to me. Like every once in a while, France will like send a fucking nuke and blow up New York City or something. That's like every once in a blue moon, okay?
Every once in a while.
No big deal, okay? One nuke, I send 50 over there, no big deal. But like as far as Africa's usually always fighting the Middle East or Southeast Asia. Southeast Asia is always fighting China and Japan. And it's always usually the Russians that are sending all their fucking nukes towards me and Europe. And the South Americans, man, they fucking hate me. They send all their fucking nukes, and it's rough, dude. But that game is really it's a fun little game. Like I said, it's a strategy game. And then like once the nukes go off and the war kind of starts, like everyone's the game's about to end. It'll a timer will start and it'll be like the game is ending in 20 minutes. Like you have 20 minutes to execute whatever fucking plan you have. And then at the end of the 20 minutes. It calculates like everything. It says like, okay, you launched this many nukes. This is how many people you killed. This is how many people in your country survived. And then at one point, I had like 100% of my population survive, dude. Because I had that good of SAM sites. I had so many SAM sites in my country that like no missiles could make it through. So I was like, fuck yeah. But a lot of my military died, but that's okay. It's a sacrifice I'm willing to make, man.
And so what happens to like an area, say South America, that when you eliminate them, do they get completely eliminated? And is it just like a dead area that doesn't do anything anymore? Is it kind of like what happens?
Fucking dead, bro. The whole point of it is they're fucking dead.
But can you like take over the area and like launch missiles from there? Is it yours now or?
See, I never known that because every time, like I said, every time the one country launches a missile, everyone launches. Mayo, there's no good ending here, Mayo. Everyone's gonna die. All right, that's the point of this game. Everyone's dying. There's whatever plan you have. It's never gonna happen because everyone's gonna launch the missiles that they have. Mm-hmm. All right, and Russia always has like a shitload. I'm talking, they have like hundreds of missiles. Like one match I played against them. They had like 300 missiles. How the fuck do you have 300? Like 300 nuclear missiles that they launched. I'm like, how? How did you make so many in such a short amount of time? Like, how the fuck did you even do that? But somehow they did. But you can like make all these cool like defense weapons. Like you have these, you can make these satellites that can shoot like fucking lasers from space and like blow up cities and shit and blow up missiles and like all kinds of cool shit. So yeah, it's a very simple game, very simple graphics, but it's a fun game. It's a fun time killer. Yeah, you kill people and time kills.
So is it just like a top down view?
Yeah, it's a top down view. Like I said, it's a top down view of the map, or you can have a globe view where like it's like a globe. You can rotate the globe like it's a 3D globe. You can rotate it.
So something like, say, like Civilization, like trying to give
that.
Listeners a visual there, kind of something like that.
And like you can even customize the maps. You can have the map look like Earth, which is the standard edition of the game. You can have them look like like a snowflake or like whatever. Like there's different maps, like designs you can have it be like 4 corners or everything's a fucking like a one giant map. It's like everything's together in one area or whatever. Like it's all like, you know, different scenarios you can play out. But yeah, this game is called ICB. Yeah.
Nice. I was really interested last week, not just kind of throw it out there since I wasn't here. The game you were talking about, well, it wasn't out for broadcast. What was it? There was a game similar to that.
Not for broadcast. Oh, my Buddy Simulator.
That's what it was, the My Buddy Simulator. I think I need to pick that game up. It sounds like a good time.
Man, that game is fucking creepy. I haven't gone back to it because I'm too scared.
It reminds me of I know you mentioned in the show, the duck season or duck hunt game. I can't remember what it was. Because when I played that game, I picked it up completely blind, thinking it was like a duck hunt game, like a modern duck hunt remake, and then everything went dark and twisted. So
yeah, that's what this happening with that game. It's like everything got dark.
Yeah, it reminded me of that right away when you start talking about it. I'm like, oh, this sounds like it'd be really awesome. Like, especially if you didn't know it coming in, thinking it's like some kind of actual buddy simulator, and then turn around and like have things go kind of crazy on you and be like, this game's even better now.
It was a really weird situation. Yeah, when I found myself there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What else you been playing, Jesus?
What else have I been playing? So I've been playing some of that. I downloaded that what's that game called? Outriders?
Outriders, yes.
I downloaded the demo. I haven't played it. I do plan on playing that. I know that I'm going to play it sometime this month because I know that when you play it, the progress that you make in the demo carries over to the full game.
Mm-hmm.
So that's actually something that I always enjoy about demos that do that is if you're going to give me a demo, like, that's the way you should do it. Just let the fucking shit carry over, Like, why not? Why make somebody replay that whole 4 hours or whatever?
Over,
the whole fucking thing. Like, oh, man.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much time it is, because basically what they did on the demo was they let you play to level 7, and then there's like a world tier difficulty that you can change, and then that has like a limit too. So, we were playing it here, actually. I let my son play it. I downloaded it on the Xbox. I wasn't even aware it was coming to PC, but I knew I could play it on the Xbox. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm going to make use of this OLED TV, download it on here and play it. And I went and picked my youngest son up today, and we just kind of got back to the apartment, and we're kind of chilling. I told him I was going to fire it up. I'm like, hey, if you want to start it, you can go ahead and start, and I'll kind of watch a little bit because I was going to eat. And he actually sat and played the whole time. Like, he played the whole demo. And so he pretty much did it all in one shot. He probably did like 3, maybe 4 hours, maybe. I'm not sure how long, but it was really good. Like, I was really impressed with like the big cinema style. It kind of has that mix of like Gears of War meets Division 2 meets, I don't know what else. Like, some people say Destiny 2. It's got that neat. It's got that big movie theater like AAA.
Yeah.
Feel to it.
Ooh, you're talking about Outriders?
Yes. Have you gotten to play it at all yet?
I haven't gotten a chance to play it yet, but I did watch somebody play the entire demo through.
Yeah, my son played it today.
I will be playing it soon.
It's really good, Jesus, and it has a lot of gear, kind of like your like Division. They have like a gear score on it, and you have like a firepower score, and then you also have like an enhancement score, like, because you have these abilities. And I'm assuming, I don't know, Tiger, maybe since you've seen somebody else streaming it, my son, when he played it today, he picked like a tank type character, and one of the abilities you get is to cover yourself in rock, so you look like the Thing from like Marvel or something, like the Fantastic Four, and it's like an extra armor you can put on yourself. And then he had another ability where he could kind of like go up in the sky, and he'd like break apart in the little rocks, and then he would like hit the ground like right in front of him, it'd like kind of like shoot you at him, and it'd do like a ton of like AoE damage. But his character would gain health with close quarters combat as a tank. And then you had like ranged characters and stuff like that. So I don't know if like the other characters had different abilities, I'm assuming.
They do. So there, I know for sure, is one that does fire. You can like do fire tornadoes and all sorts of weird, crazy, cool stuff. And then ice is the other one I know of for sure too.
Okay, I've seen the fire.
Yeah, the two of them played it together. One was fire and one was ice. And like you do these ground pound punches. You jump up in the air and then hit the ground, and like everything in a certain radius just freezes temporarily. But yeah, it's like a lot of games in one that I think they did really well.
Yeah, it gave me that feel like too, like
That's good.
with the tank character my son was playing. He also had a ground pound, but it was like rock related. So maybe kind of the same kind of animation maybe they used, and then just changed it from fire to ice and rock maybe. But we were messing around too. Like he pretty much did all he could do, and right before the podcast, he actually fired it back up and was trying to find some missions just to mess around with, and he couldn't find any more stuff to do. But there's also Jesus' skill tree. So once you pick your class, say like range, tank, and the stuff like that, each one has kind of like a skill tree, and that splits off into 3 different things. So I think there's like 12 possible skill trees you can do, and you can focus on, say, firepower, or you can focus on they call it enhancement, like your special abilities and stuff like that. So you can make yourself stronger that way. So kind of like Destiny in that aspect. But it was really good. I'm enjoying it. I feel like it'd be a better game on the PC. You know how I am. I'm a PC snob, but for me, the controls, it's a cover shooter, so it's a lot like Division, and I'm just really more comfortable with mouse and keyboard. But we did play it on the Xbox, and we managed. It was good, but I just feel like it would just feel so much better on mouse and keyboard. And then I think it's 3-player co-op, Jesus. So like if we get this, we can get together and team up. And
nice. But yeah, besides all that, man, I actually went back and played some more Call of Duty Cold War. I want to try that new Outbreak mode, the new Zombies mode, and I also want to try out Warzone, because I know Warzone has some zombies in it now, in like some areas of the map. But there's a problem with Call of Duty, man. I was having a lot of fun actually playing it the other day. I was actually enjoying myself. All right, I was like, wow, I'm actually enjoying Call of Duty right now. This is good. But what happened? What happened, man? Of course something had to happen.
Of course.
Why? Why?
Did they have another update that took another 50 gig?
No, the game crashed.
Uh-oh.
I don't know why, but my graphics card crashed. I don't know what the hell. And it's done that to me in the past. I know I mentioned it crashed before on me, so there's something wrong with my computer in that game. Like, it doesn't like it. It's like, I don't know. I cannot figure out what it is, man. I have tried everything. Like, I don't know what it is. I've changed settings. I've whatever. It's ridiculous. It's just pissing me off. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I'm sure you updated drivers.
Should I just break my computer?
Buy a new one.
Should I just I think I need a new computer.
But use that Patreon money,
Buy a new computer. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, right now, you know how much a 2080 Super costs?
Probably about $800 to $900.
$1,200.
Yeah, I know they're hard to get.
Right now, a 2080 Super costs $1,200.
And we paid what,
now,
$8 for ours?
Yeah, imagine a fucking 3080 or 3070 or 3060 or 3090.
Yeah, a couple people I've talked to have asked me about building computers for them and stuff. I'm like, it's so hard right now. It's like
right now it's ridiculous.
They're coming from a console. They want to like come to PC, and I explained to them it's like the console. I said you're getting in at the wrong time because like you want to get the 3080 or a 3070 or a 3060, and you can't find them. It's just like it'd be like buying a PS4 today when the PS5s are out. I mean, you just can't find it.
You can't find a PS5, dude.
Maybe Michigan has some PS5s up there. Maybe I'll get Tiger to send me one.
Tigress, honestly, how do you feel about all this bullshit, right? Like, I know last week when I was with Gunny and Leahy, mostly with Leahy, I was talking, I don't know if you listened to the podcast, man, but I was talking to Leahy about how this NVIDIA, how they're pushing this new bullshit, this new, what is the new architecture they have for the like the crypto mining cards or whatever. Like, I think it's bullshit, dude. They're bound to fucking use GPUs that are good for regular fucking people like us, like game. They're gonna use those GPUs and make them into fucking crypto mining GPUs, and it ain't gonna help the shortage will continue. It's just gonna continue no matter what.
I agree.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like you were saying maybe a couple episodes ago, Jesus, they don't care where they get their money from. They're getting their money. It's just like Sony. Like, they don't care where they're getting their money from. If they're going to sell PlayStation 5s to scalpers, they're still selling PlayStation 5s. You know? They don't care. They don't care where it's going after that.
Hey, guys, we were trying to fight the bots. No, you're not, dude. No. If you're guaranteed to sell the 1,000 consoles you have in the next 10 seconds... or you have to wait an hour for people's credit cards to decline, and, you know, some people's cards decline, or they cancel their orders because their wife is like, you ain't buying no PS5, motherfucker, and they have to cancel their order, or whatever the fuck, you know. Instead of dealing with that for 30 minutes, you can just sell everything for 10 seconds. Like, why not do that, dude?
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I don't know. Personally, I think it's bullshit. The whole NVIDIA... that whole we're doing it for the gamers. We're making these crypto mining cards for the gamers to ease the fucking burden on. Like, fuck you. No, you're not, dude. You're doing it for yourself. You're doing it for the money. It's fucking dumb.
Yeah.
It pisses me off.
It's probably the same. It's still the same resources they're using. Say they make a card specifically for a miner. You're still going to... use the same resources you are going to say on a 3080.
Yep.
You know, so it's still taken away from us.
Yeah, oh no, Mayo, it's for the gamers. We're gonna do it for them. Well, fuck you, NVIDIA, you piece of shit. And where's AMD at too? What the fuck, AMD? You have like nothing. Like right now, is there a time to come out and say, yo, guys, you can't find these fucking 3090s or buy our fucking AMD, whatever fucking piece of shit card they have.
I haven't heard from AMD in like a while, actually, as far as new products and stuff.
They have that new GPU they announced that. That fucking 9,000, 6,000.
Yeah, whatever series they're on now. I get them mixed up anymore. I don't pay as much attention to AMD, but
that was like in December. They were like, yeah, we're gonna have this new GPU. You know, it's for the gamers. It has ray tracing and shit. And nothing. They're not available.
Yeah.
I'm on their website right now. Yeah.
Well, I saw one at Micro Center. Micro Center had one on sale, like their top GPU the other day, and it was like $2,200. I'm like, oh no, thank you. I'm not paying that much for a GPU.
That is insane. Like, I think, you know what? I think even the president of the United States, he launched a fucking investigation into why.
Yeah, we have some news on that, actually.
To why the fuck this has happened. Like, this is how bad this... Like, motherfucker, even Joe Biden can't buy a PS5. All right? The motherfucking president can't find a PS5. He's trying to launch an investigation into this shit. What's going on here, Tigress?
Funny.
Everyone's wondering what the fuck's going on here. I don't know. Anyways, Mel... I'll get off of this tangent. What have you been playing?
Oh man, well, I mentioned Outriders. You know, we played through that today actually, and like I said, I was really impressed with the way the game looked and just the feel of it, and I definitely will be picking this game up on PC. So I don't know. Do you know if it has crossplay? I have not looked and seen if any of this stuff was mentioned or not.
Know.
But it'd be kind of nice if it did have crossplay, since you can have 3-player online co-op. But while you're looking though, just kind of, you know, the feel of that game, you know, the different kind of guns you can get. You have like your submachine guns and your sniper rifles, and so you're finding better level stuff all the time, and you have stores where you can.
It does have crossplay. It is an experimental feature that you have to like enable yourself, like go into like the menus and like all the way in the bottom, hidden somewhere.
Hidden, huh?
Behind the secret door.
It's like a Dead by Daylight thing where you have to go into the settings and actually scroll through a bunch of crap to find that enable crossplay.
But they say that the demo itself has crossplay. You can play with your friends.
Nice.
In the demo.
We did not.
crossplay, so-
We did not try the online stuff yet because we played on the Xbox. And I don't have a headset for the Xbox, so there wouldn't really been any way to communicate. But I know you can do it with like random
Mayo,
zipping.
come on. You know,
Do you not have one for your Xbox?
Because
any
I barely
headset
ever
works
play
on.
my-
Mayo,
I don't have a
anything
headset.
works. Anything works on the Xbox.
Work on that.
Yes, literally. Your fucking Samsung earbuds work on there.
But well, I guess it does have a mic on it, doesn't it? But
Yeah.
yeah, I
There
could
you
try
go.
that. But
Throwing it out there.
yeah, we could try
Man.
the earbuds. That'd be kind of weird, but
That was such a boomer move of you, Mayo. That was like the most boomer
whatever.
thing you've ever done.
Whatever. But
Even Tigress is like, what the fuck do you mean you don't have a microphone? What a headset?
I don't use those headset things. Come on.
2021.
But it's still the same thing. They're on your earbuds. And you're a tech guy. Come on, Mayo.
Oh, well,
on,
you know,
Mayo.
the headphones have no mic. So, like my main headphones, no mic. And then,
Yeah, my main headphones don't either, but I don't use them when I'm trying to play on console.
right, that's why I'm saying I don't have a headset for that, you know. But either
I
way,
have a set of earbuds that came with my phone.
my phone didn't come with earbuds actually, because it's like Apple now. It doesn't have a headphone jack or anything, so I have to use the wireless Bud Pro Live.
Well, it's got Bluetooth too.
Yeah, see, I haven't tried messing with the
Mayo,
Bluetooth,
come on.
but
I know about this.
well, I'll check it out. You know how I am with Xbox.
That's funny.
But yeah, another thing I did play the other day. I was kind of bored. My boy was on the PC, and so I fired the Xbox up again. I was looking at Game Pass, trying to find something to play, and I decided to start playing Little Nightmares, the first one, and pretty much played through that game all in one sitting. It was really short. I was kind of surprised how short that game was. Maybe 2 hours max. Maybe. At least it felt like 2 hours.
4 hours on PC, but it's still a pretty short game. They have Little Nightmares 2 out now too.
Yeah, and that's kind of what made me play this one. I saw Little Nightmares 2 was out, and I'm like, you know, maybe I'll check this out and give it a play. And I was kind of hooked for a little while, but I did not expect it to end that quickly.
The thing about Little Nightmares, I think that the reason Little Nightmares 2 is getting all the praise and attention that it's getting on Steam and everything, it's not that necessarily a lot of people liked Little Nightmares 1, but that 2 improved so much over 1 that people are trying it, you know, like even people that never liked Little Nightmares 1 are actually trying it and saying, oh wow, like this is actually a lot of improvements were made here over the first game, and that's why people are really liking it, I think. I mean, because if I remember when Little Nightmares 1 came out, I thought it was a cool concept, you know. But you didn't hear a lot of people talk about the game.
No.
You just didn't. Like, no one really talked about it. People reviewed it, but there was kind of like, man, like, yeah, you can play this. It's a cool little concept, you know, like the big people and the fucking little dude running around. Like, but no one was really like hyping it up. And then it seems like Little Nightmares 2 came out, and it could also be the lack of games right now.
I think that could have something to do with it too.
But it really got a lot of hype. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed it. I mean, like I said, I sat down, I just kind of laid across the couch, had my feet up, and I had bought, I don't remember I mentioned it in the last podcast when I was on, I bought a new Series X controller for my PC.
Oh.
And so I synced that with the Xbox also. And so I do have the new controller, you know, the new high-tech Xbox controller, if you'll call it that, with the bumps on the triggers. You know, pretty much.
Oh, yeah, they added the bumps on the... I forgot.
Yeah, and it's got the share button, which I don't use anyway, so...
Wow. Yeah.
But it does feel nice in your hands. Like, it is comfortable with the buttons, you know, the grip on it and stuff, so it feels more comfortable, and your hands don't get as sweaty, you know.
I feel like every controller should have grips on it.
Yeah. And
It should just be a standard nowadays, right? Right, Tigers? Everything should just
Should be, for sure.
Like, these
pretty mu- it
controllers
pretty much
cost like
is now.
seven...
I know, as much as they
It costs like
cost.
$70, dude. Like, come on. Put some fucking... Even put some cheap fucking grip on it. I don't give a fuck. It's just
Gotten to
something.
the point where I've went out and actually got, like, for my Nintendo Switch, because that's, like, the only console I still play. Because I'm a Nintendo nerd. Born in the 80s. It's a thing. But yeah, I went out and bought grips for the pads and stuff on there because I can't stand not having grips.
The Joy-Cons are just so tiny. Those are so weird.
Oh, yeah, I don't-
They're so flat.
Oh, but see, they have the actual controller connection
Yeah.
that makes it like, I mean, yeah, it's kind of bulky, but at the same time, it's like you're holding an actual controller. So that's what I use because I can't do the little Joy-Cons.
Yeah, the one horrible thing about that is, like on Mario Party, we have to use the Joy-Cons when I play with my kids here, and them things are so small. I'm trying to do the mini games, and I just don't like them.
Oh, yeah. It's a pain in the butt.
And then I had to go out and buy extra ones to play 4-player Mario Party because...
$80?
Yeah, because you only get 2 Joy-Cons, and you need a Joy-Con for each person, so
Jesus.
I had to buy 2 more Joy-Cons, and that's the only time I use them. But
That's so expensive.
the Nintendo is so fun though. Like it's the perfect console to have when your main thing is a PC. I think it just I don't know why. Like it's just a nice living room console to play. I don't ever undock it. Do you, Jesus, have yours undocked?
Sometimes actually, because I have like this. So I have this thing right here. This is like a grip thing you could put it in. And
Makes it
then
like a
you just
giant
play.
controller with.
Yeah, so I kind of play this like when I'm about to go to bed. I'll get on there and I'll fuck around with games. But that's only when I'm about to go to bed. Besides that, it stays docked.
I think I'll have mine undocked more often when it warms up here, and I can sit on my deck and sit up there and kick back and relax and play it that
Yeah,
way.
so like my son and I, in pretty much every season except winter, go out and we have like a big bonfire pit in our backyard, and we'll have that, and then we'll just both have our Nintendo Switches and sit by the fire and game.
Nice. You guys have any? See, all this. I'm hearing all these bonfires. I'm playing it in my bed. I'm playing it on my deck. But there's no rooftop parties. What the fuck? I was promised rooftop parties by Nintendo.
There was
they
a
announced
night
this shit.
where my son and I climbed out onto the roof, and because like where we live, it was just like stars and the moon, and we laid on there and played our Switches while we were underneath the stars.
Whoa, you guys had a rooftop Switch event? Whoa.
There you go,
Epic.
Jesus.
All right, that's okay. You made it official. Okay,
Next
rooftop
time
parties.
we'll take pictures and we'll post them in the...
Good. We need confirmation that rooftop parties do exist with the Nintendo
They
Switch.
do happen in Michigan, nonetheless.
Oh, fuck. Awesome. All right, man. What else?
I guess one more quick game I want to hit on real quick. I played an FMV game, Jesus. I haven't played one of them in a while. And
Porn, huh?
it kind of popped up on my Steam store. It's called The Complex, I think it was called. And
Is this about... Okay, hold on. Let me guess. All right, we're going to guess. The
Okay.
The Complex.
The Complex.
It's a
No.
Apartment.
No.
It's a hospital.
Complex.
I don't know why it's called Complex, honestly. So
Nothing to do with complex. Fantastic.
it's basically, maybe it's like complex in a different term, I guess, but it's basically you're a female doctor who works on some patients that have been victims of chemical warfare. And the game starts off with it's a movie. It's an FMV game, and so you're watching it like a movie, and it'll have you make a choice, and you got to choose it to save person A or to save person B. And the first time the movie starts off, you're like talking to person B, and it's this guy, and he's laying there, and he's like coughing up blood, and he's telling you like he doesn't want to die and all this stuff. And then you go talk to person A, and it's this female, and she's like talking about the virus and how bad this government that attacked him is. And then at the very end, when she's talking to you, she tells you how she's pregnant. Well, your assistant comes running into the room, and he only has one vaccination, and you can only choose one person to save, and you have to choose. So you're like, oh shit, who do I save? Do I save the guy who's like talking about some different things, or do you save the pregnant woman? So I chose to save the pregnant woman, right? And the game,
I would have chose the woman too.
right?
Good job,
I mean,
man.
it's,
Good
you
job,
can save
man.
two people,
Rejected myself and ran away.
and so I guess save the
Inject
woman.
yourself.
I'm not dying. I'm just saying.
Right. Well, you're in a hazmat suit, so like your character's safe. But so it goes to the scene.
I'm like, these people are talking to me in virus. I'm out.
Right. But yeah, so you go, I choose a woman and it goes to the scene and she'll basically, she freaks out and she breaks the vial that you're getting ready to inject her with and they both die. So I'm like, and this is just the intro. Like, so then it shows the game kind of advances like 7 years later. And so in that
7 years. Okay. Well, 7 years after this chemical attack happened and the lady broke the last vaccine ever.
This is all said and done. This is the past. And now she's like this doctor. And the game kind of starts off. You're given this like conference presentation about this new nanocell technology that you can inject into a person and it'll basically kind of cure them. It'll go in through and it gets into their bloodstream and it kind of cures them. And there's this lady that comes to the town and she ends up being sick. She gets on a subway and she's like starts coughing up blood and she passes out and basically she has some kind of chemical warfare injected into her.
Coronavirus.
Basically, yeah, we can call it corona. And so they put her in isolation. She's pretty much dying and they put her in this special lab and so your job is now you're this main doctor and it's it's done like a movie. And she's in this special lab. So you go there, and this lab is surrounded by an airtight vacuum. You have to your character walks through.
So she's got like Ebola or something, like something real serious. Yeah.
So like she's basically dying. Well, they somehow at first they start talking about they injected all of the nano stuff in her. Like she is like the prototype. All of the existing nano stuff is put into her for some reason.
What? Why would they do that without your permission?
Right. And we're like, what's going on? Like, why does... why would you have a cure like that and put it all in one person, not like use like a backup or anything, right? And so I'm like, this is kind of weird. But as you're playing through the story, you're making choices, and there's a couple of doctors with you, and then your assistant kind of meets up with you from 7 years ago. And so you're all in this room.
Same assistant.
Yeah, same assistant. You're very all older.
Loyal. She's very loyal.
Yes. And so basically you're getting ready to, check on this patient, and you're going to... Your boss wants you to extract some of the nano stuff out of her, but it's going to kill her. And so you start talking to this lady, and you got to make the choice whether you're going to like let her live or kill her by extracting this stuff. And so I went ahead and let her live. I'm like, it's like do more research kind of thing. But then the game kind of like takes off, and these people come through. And they're like a terrorist organization, and they basically...
Goddamn Russians.
Right, I know, right? They're in hazmat suits, so you can't see their faces. But they have guns and stuff, and they're in this vacuum area, but they're locked out because it was detected by some kind of cyber thing, the security, and it put you in lockdown. So you're now locked down in this complex with... 3 other doctors. There
is a complex. Wait, hold on.
Well, I guess you could call it. It's like a medical
the complex. I said hospital and you said no to me. Okay?
It's not really like it's its own unique thing. It's weird.
Motherfucker, man. This is a complex. You said there was no complex. There is a complex.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just looked up the game. It's definitely one that's going to go on my wish list right now. It reminds me, it's actually in a bundle with another game that I've played.
Yes.
With Shape Shifting Detective. Which is kind of the same movie type decision.
Mm-hmm. Another one is Late Shift, I think it's called. Late Shift or Night Shift?
Yeah. Yep.
Late Shift.
It's Late Shift.
So it's like that. And the actors are British actors. They're not, it's not the greatest acting in the world, but it's not bad. It's watchable.
What are you saying? British people can't act?
No. I'm just saying that they are all British actors, so it's not like an American group or anything like that. They have that accent, that British accent.
Well, you say Americans can act better, huh?
No, I love my Doctor Who. Jesus, you know this. So
that's giving you shit.
I know you are, but yeah, I mean, it's Tiger wants to put this on her wish list and stuff. I don't want to spoil too much more, but basically, it's one of these games where you continue to make decisions, and I think there's maybe nine different possible endings.
Know that I won't choose the same things you do.
Yeah, I know. Right? But I mean,
Do not give the lady the vaccine. Give it to the guy because she's going to just break it like a dumb.
Tell him I'm going to shoot myself with it.
What's that?
Yeah.
That's an option. I'm giving it to myself.
It wasn't an option. You got to choose A or B. But it's an interesting game. So you just continue to make choices. It was something that I was kind of like. It was one of those nights where I had a long day at work. I think it was like an 11-hour day, and I just kind of felt back and like chilling and just like drinking a beer and basically watching a game, and I got that controller and I synced my controller up to my PC actually, and was just kind of kicking back in the chair and just kind of watching it and playing. I actually streamed it on Discord, and Leahy was in there kind of talking with me as we were playing it and stuff. And
Mel, speaking of this, have you ever played that movie game on Netflix?
No, I have not.
The Bandersnatch? It's called Bandersnatch.
Is that the one that had, what's her name? From Speed.
From Speed.
Or am I thinking of Sarah Bullock?
No.
Sandra.
No. That's the one where they go crazy.
What one was that one?
Bird Box, Bird something, Blind Eyes.
I haven't played either one of them, but
Blind Birds. That's just a movie, but Bandersnatch is actually like this, Mel. Bandersnatch is a movie that you make choices in, and then there's different endings based on the choices you make. It's about this kid who goes to he's British, Mel. I know you got something against the British. Okay, Mel, let me tell you, he is British, Mel. I'm warning you right now. Okay, there's this kid. He's not really a kid. He's like probably 19 or 20 or whatever. He's still a kid, I guess, to you.
Yeah, he's still a kid.
But he goes to work for this guy, like at a game studio, and this guy is like some fucking like thinking like some famous like game developer or something. He's like so excited to go work for this guy, and pretty much you're playing as the kid who's going to work for this guy, and like during the movie, like the guy who's the game developer, he starts like demanding weird shit for the game, like, and then so like the reality starts like fucking with the kid's head, like he doesn't know what's real and what isn't real anymore, and like it's just fucking with you, and you got to make choices throughout the whole movie. And it's not that long. It's probably an hour and a half.
Yeah, this is probably like an hour. If I had to guess what the time frame was.
Yeah,
I didn't look, but
what's really cool about the one that Netflix did is like Netflix like forces you to make a decision right away. Like there's a fucking timer, motherfucker. Yeah,
this will have a timer also. Like, so you gotta make a decision pretty quick. You can turn it off in the options. It'll give you like it'll pause the movie on time. But I didn't want to do that. I wanted to leave it original as possible. Put some pressure on.
I suggest that you really check out Bandersnatch.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, it's about video games and shit too. So like it's a really cool movie.
Netflix is nice for like with my TV too, because they have a lot of content with like Dolby Vision and stuff. So I like to use Netflix for streaming because of the Dolby Vision.
Yeah, this one came out in 2018. Like I said, it was pretty popular when it came out because, like I said, it was the first. This was the first movie that Netflix did that was one of those like make your own decision type movies.
Yeah, I remember hearing about it, but I didn't remember it being a make your own decision kind of movie. I remember they made the Minecraft one too. Don't they have the Minecraft game on there?
Yeah, the Minecraft that Telltale game is on Netflix as well. Mm-hmm. The story mode, Minecraft story mode, it's on Netflix. You can play it.
Have you ever tried that?
Just put
Tiger?
all those Telltale games.
I have not.
Yeah, so it's on Netflix. If you have Netflix, it's like they have the Minecraft story mode on there, and you can play through it.
Yeah.
If you like that
Telltale
kind of stuff.
series. Anyways.
But that's pretty much it for me. I mean, besides that, I mean, it's just, a little bit of TV here and there, and that's about it. I haven't played a whole lot. Been working a lot.
Yeah, if you would have said Bandersnatch was Black Mirror.
Yeah, it's Black Mirror. Yeah, it's part of Black Mirror. It's like a Black Mirror spin-off movie.
That's freaking awesome.
Yeah, I love Black Mirror too. That's why I love this movie when I watch it. And I kind of want to watch it again because it's been, like I said, 2-3 years now since I've seen it. So
it's a horror thriller. It's right up my alley.
Yeah, like I said, it's about this kid. He joins this like game developer. The game developer is like this weird dude who does drugs and shit and like fucking, like it's just a fucking trip. Like the weird shit starts happening. You're like, what the fuck is going on here? But by the end of the movie, everything kind of like, it's kind of like a Black Mirror episode. Like in the end, everything kind of wraps up. You're like, whoa, what the fuck? It's really cool. Really cool, man. You will like it, man. I'm just saying, check it out.
I will check it out.
Tiger's gonna check it out. I wonder if you could stream this on Twitch. You probably couldn't, huh?
I'm not sure. I'd have to check the restrictions and rules and such things.
So is it a game or is it a movie? What is it?
Well, because I know like some streamers do movie nights, like community movie night, where they all sit around and watch the same movie together. So I would assume that I'd be able to, but it's definitely something I'm going to look into. And if I can do it, I'm for sure going to try.
Hell yeah. I'd watch that stream because Bandersnatch is so cool. I think it would be cool to see what other people choose.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Well, like I wouldn't have chose that, but let's see what happens. Fuck yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a good time to me.
Yeah, check it out, Mel. Bandersnatch, Black Mirror on Netflix. You're going to love it. Anyways,
I'll give you a report on it next week. I'll make a point to watch it.
I want you to watch it by next week. Everyone's going to be expecting the report.
Puss in Boots has one too. Just throw it out there.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Netflix has a bunch of these
I'm
fucking
super excited about that.
controller-based, fucking make your decision movies.
Oh, there's a comedy one on here too. Carmen Sandiego. Oh my god, I used to play that game when I was a kid. On floppy disk.
Yeah. Anyways, let's move on now to some video game news. Talking about some video game news, Mel.
Yeah, this first bit of news kind of disappoints me because I kind of wanted to come out for this.
Yeah.
Maybe next year.
Well, yeah, it ain't happening, man.
You think it's going to have another one? Well, let's get in the news first, I guess, and then.
All right, let's talk about this. All right, E3's physical event for 2021 has been canceled, according to LA City documents published this week. In a new report by the Board of Los Angeles Convention and Tourism Development Commission, that's a fucking mouthful. A status update lists E3 2021 as a canceled live event. It says here that the convention board is working with E3 organizer, the Entertainment Software Association, ESA, on broadcast options at the LA Convention Center and at the nearby LA Live Complex. The city also says that it's working on a 2022 and a 2023 license for E3. This cancellation will mark the second year in a row the E3 event has been called off because of the coronavirus pandemic. So, according to this, there are pushing forward with the digital E3 event this summer. So, what does that mean, Mayo? Well, that means that every company from Nintendo, Microsoft, Sony to like major publishers, EA, Ubisoft, and etc., are probably going to be streaming this shit on YouTube. And let's face it, dude, you don't need E3. You don't. I
think the only reason I wanted to go was like to go to like a big gamer event and just kind of hang out with people.
Yeah.
Fly out and see you guys and all that stuff in one shot. That was my goal. I was hoping in June, fly out to California, see Gunny, come up there to Portland, see you, hit E3 all in one shot. But no, not going to happen.
I don't even think that it's going to come back.
Yeah, well, at this point, it's kind of hard because it's so much easier. You can reach so many more people online. I think.
Yeah. There's no reason for it to come back, and I mean, do you think other events like PAX? I think those may come back just because it's a fan event.
Mm-hmm.
But I just don't see like E3 coming back. Like, it's a journalist event. What the fuck do you need for a journal? What the fuck?
Yeah, I guess the only thing you would really do is, you would be able to go there and play like demos. Where I've heard people like say they were waiting in long lines, to get their hands on a game and stuff like that, and they probably get some feedback and some testing done through that. I'm assuming. I mean, they got testers and stuff, but
yeah,
they can maybe judge, even too, like by how popular and stuff will be, like what kind of draw something like that is going to have and stuff too. Maybe they can decide their marketing from there. But
I just know that it's going to be canceled this year, and like I said, I don't think it's going to come back next year. I don't even think it's going to come back the year after. I think E3 is done. I really think all these big conventions like this, they don't this convention in general doesn't have a place, doesn't need to exist.
Yeah, I think they can do something kind of like what Blizzard does. You know, they have their event, and you can basically pay money to get access to more video, and so they can make money that way.
You can do it that way, or you can, like I said, you can have these fan events. Like I feel like just a gamers event is good enough to have a year. Like PAX, it's good enough.
Yeah.
I don't think you need E3. E3 is just for journalists, dude. It really is. Like I know the last few years they were trying to open it up to the public, but those tickets were like $900 for like a 3-day pass. And then they were limited, like what you could do inside the place anyways, because most of the floor was exclusive to the media. Like the media had access to everything, but not you, because you only had these fucking passes or whatever. So,
Well, that seems a little ridiculous.
yeah. They were literally selling you a $900 3-day pass to only have limited access to the shit.
Yeah. Well, you
it's
couldn't
like,
see everything at once anyways, but
Yeah.
if you do a video, you can watch it on your own leisure.
Yeah, but I mean, $900 pass compared to PAX that costs $150 to $200 or whatever for 3 days. You know, that's a big difference, dude. You know what I mean? Like you're paying $300 for 3 days at one place. You're paying $900 for 3 days at another place, and the other place is really limiting you. Where PAX is pretty much whatever, you know, kind of whatever goes. Yeah, there's journalists at PAX, but it's not a journalist event. I don't see a place for E3. I think YouTube and videos and Twitch streaming and live feeds and all that shit can just fucking... That's all you need, a fucking Xbox Twitch account. Hey guys, we're live.
Right.
Here's Phil Spencer. Hey, look at these new trailers we got. Look, they do it every other fucking month, don't they?
And do
already?
they even want to throw any more dates out there anymore? Look at Cyberpunk. You
what
know,
the
they don't
fuck?
want to
Yeah.
give them a hard date anymore, because then if it gets pushed back, people are
This
mad.
game is coming out 2021. When? We don't know when. Maybe it's going to come out next year. We don't know. Sometime this fall.
It seems like every game gets pushed back anymore, so nobody knows when stuff's coming out. You know, so nobody wants to give hard dates anymore. So
Especially with coronavirus,
Right.
with nobody working in offices, like everyone's working from home. You know, I'm pretty sure it's probably difficult for a lot of their programmers and shit to get together and discuss problems, you know? Imagine how difficult it is to talk over a bug with somebody when they're not there with you.
right, it's like trying to do tech
Hey
support
man, I'm having
online.
this bug. Okay, what's happening? Well, this is how. Okay, well, can you show me? Well, no, I can't. Okay, fuck. Share the screen, and then now you're fucking sharing the screen with somebody. Like, oh fuck, and then you got shit in the background going on. And like, oh fucking a, you know, like it must be fucking annoying as hell to
Well,
be
I don't-
doing that shit.
I don't think I put it in the news, but CD Projekt Red was having problems, I guess, because their people when they were hacked and when their stuff was sold, the people that are working from home, I guess, are having problems logging into their accounts to log in and communicate with their bosses and stuff, and so they were having a hard time like getting stuff. And I guess their the new patch got delayed, so we're gonna have to wait, which is no
yes,
surprise,
yeah.
really, I guess.
Oh
None
wow.
of that surprises me anymore. Everything seems to be getting pushed back. There's a longer wait time for everything. It's the same old anymore.
But it gives us time to play some of the games we didn't play before, Jesus.
Yeah, I guess.
Or these new unique games. You've been playing some good stuff here lately with like like I said, the My Buddy Simulator, and I remember I almost picked up was it Death and Taxes?
Yeah, I was looking at that on my list here. Like, I should go back and play this game and actually beat it to see what the outcome is. I
I
wanna
thought
do
about
it.
playing that game, picking that up, but it gives us time to go back and play some of that stuff and
And actually
talk
finish
about it.
games?
Yeah.
For once. Speaking of finishing games, 343 says that they're going to finally get their improvements done for their graphics for Halo Infinite. Yeah.
Coming along, is it?
Yeah. It says here, graphics producer Alex Le Bulicout said that him and the various teams at 343 have been polishing the title's visual since its gameplay reveal back in July of 2020. It says back in that demo, they failed to impress the fans, with 343 admitting later, after people were making fun of Craig the Brute, they had work to do in the game's graphics. He said here, quote, following the campaign demo last July, the team has been continuously iterating on the outstanding graphics and lighting work to deliver a more immersive experience. This additional level of polish required the coordination of multiple disciplines, such as graphics, lighting, environments, characters, sandbox, and more. This team effort is finally coming together, Mayo, and we are very excited to share some of the results with our community today.
Cool. Nice. Oh, hopefully.
Well, yeah. Fine. Well,
this what, November it comes out?
Talk to me when the game comes out, motherfucker.
Right.
You.
And we can find an Xbox Series X.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly, right? No, can't, or PlayStation. Well, not gonna come on PlayStation, but anyways, you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Motherfucker, you. Anyways, moving on now to more news. Oh wow, this is big news here. Big news. There's a judge. Oh wait, what the fuck is this? God damn it! I want to use ad blocker. What is she using ad blocker? All right. There's a judge that sided with Apple and is now forcing Valve to hand over Steam business information. It says here, Apple subpoenaed Valve in November of 2020, making demands for commercial Steam data across multiple years. Apple said that getting hold of Steam's data would be integral to building a case against Epic Games' claims about the Apple's 30% App Store tax. It says here, as we all know, Valve takes a very similar revenue cut from the games sold on Steam, and so far, Valve has been able to avoid giving that information to Apple, but a court order could definitely change this. As reported by Law 360, Mayo's favorite publication, Law 360, reads that every week. Judge Thomas S. Hickson, Judge Thomas X. Hickson, ruled this week that Apple's subpoena was valid, and the judge also added that Apple has been doing the same thing to other companies as well. It says here, Apple is currently on the bad side of a lawsuit from Epic Games in which Epic calls out Apple for its 30% App Store revenue cut and accuses the company of antitrust practices for blocking developers from using non-Apple payment methods in apps. It says here, Valve takes a similar 30% revenue cut for games sold on Steam, which is why Apple has targeted Valve for information.
Something's kind of a big difference here, though, is, Apple, you have to buy it from Apple, and they get their cut no matter what. You don't have to buy it from Steam. You can buy a game on Humble Bundle and redeem the code, and it redeems on Steam. And Steam doesn't get any of that money from that purchase, I guess you could call it. So if you buy it from Humble Bundle, and you get this code, and you redeem it on Steam, it goes straight to the developer and Humble Bundle. Steam gets nothing to do with that. The only time Steam makes the money is when they sell it on their store. When you buy it directly from Steam, then yes, they get 30%. But if you buy it from Humble Bundle, Steam doesn't get any of that.
But who made the code for the games in the first place that got on Humble Bundle?
It's probably the developer, wouldn't it be?
Steam, motherfucker!
I don't know.
So how did Humble Bundle get a hold of these codes, say how to buy them? They didn't fucking steal them, did they?
Yeah, I don't know where they
did. They, Mayo? Did they fucking steal him? Did they put a gun to Valve, to Lord Gabe's head?
Don't that come from New Zealand? Because we will get codes.
Did it put a gun on his head and said, "Hey, motherfucker, give me your codes, or we're gonna sell for 10 cents, 1,000 games for $1. You better give me all your codes."
1,000 games for $1.
Okay. No, they don't. Okay, someone makes those codes. I'm sure Steam makes somebody's. Okay, who makes the code? Tigers, who makes the codes? Where do codes come from? I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. What's going on?
Nope.
I got nothing on that one. I agree. I don't know where they come from. I don't know where the codes come from.
I mean, if the codes come from Steam, then it's Steam's fault. Why are you saying
your
argument's invalid?
So I'm just saying that I'm pretty sure Steam doesn't get they don't get money from every single sale unless it's directly through Steam. To where Apple does, but I mean that's not that, like the whole lawsuit thing, is still with Apple and Epic, and it's just kind of crazy. They're kind of dragging Steam into it because Steam doesn't want to get involved and they're competing with Epic. But your argument holds up, Mel. Well, that's good.
Okay, so because I've done some exclusive research.
Live research did we do?
Hi, this is some fucking like NCIS.
Oh,
like this was
good
like a
stuff,
movie.
huh?
Like if you guys would have like if this was a movie, if this was a fucking movie, like it would have did a cutaway with like me looking at like 5 different computer screens and like typing real fast and like pushing my glasses up and like
calling somebody else for some info, having them digging it up,
like tapping my Bluetooth and being like, "Hey, Mayo, I think I'm in," and like it's just like this would I would have been that scene. All right,
okay.
All right? I found some information here, Mayo.
Enlighten us.
Steam allows developers to generate keys for free to sell their games anywhere. They only make money or any profits they make, like they only cut into the profits of that developer if the game or DLC or item or content is purchased directly via Steam.
Right. That's what I was saying.
All right, that's what I'm saying. You're right. You're right, Mel.
Man,
codes
that's
come
different.
from developers.
It's a little different than what Apple does. 'Cause, Apple makes you buy it from their store. You can't get it from anywhere else.
Isn't that's why they got pissed off at Epic, right? Because Epic, didn't they put like hey, you
Epic
could buy V-Bucks from us.
Yeah, and so Apple wasn't getting a cut out of that. They're like, hey, you can't sell something on our store, our platform.
Apple is just money hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but so is Epic. I mean, Epic's the same way. I mean, aren't they all?
That's the whole reason they did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all money hungry.
Because Epic has no problem making money on the PlayStation, the Xbox, their own Epic store. It just they have money coming in from everywhere, and I just don't think they like the fact that they couldn't make as much on the Apple.
They had to pay Apple that 30% cut
because they're using Apple's storefront. They want Apple to pay for maintenance of a store. You can't just make a store and not have to have any, servers for it and stuff for what your refunds and stuff like that. And you got to have, there's more to it than just saying we're going to sell it here. That Apple has to maintain their store, and Steam maintains a store. Epic maintains a store. And I know there's some cost involved there. So, but Epic wanted to be able to, try to bypass that and just make money that way, in their own game. But this is going to be going for a while, I think. I don't think we're going to hear the end of it anytime soon. And like we were saying, like a long time ago when this first started, Jesus, that this is kind of going to set the well, I guess the word I'm looking for, like the precedent for what's going to happen with consoles, because consoles also charge 30%. Microsoft charges 30%. Sony charges 30%.
If Apple loses this,
you take down the big one, they take everybody else.
Yep.
Yeah, Xbox, Steam.
Epic will go out. Epic will, like, as soon as Epic, if Epic wins against Apple, the very next company they're going to go after is PlayStation, Microsoft, Nintendo, all those companies, because they're going to say, hey, look, we sued Apple. The judge ruled with us. Fuck it, you have to rule that every company doing this is doing it illegally.
And then how do you stop at that point? How do you stop small apps? Okay, Jesus, we're gonna make an HGP game over there, right? Oh. But we're gonna put our own store in our game and make all the money there, And then Apple doesn't get any of that. Yeah, we'll make the game free, Jesus, like Fortnite. So they don't get any money from that, right? Because the game is free, so they're not getting any 30% cut there, right? 30% of nothing is still nothing, right? Last time I checked. So they're not making any money from Epic, Fortnite being on the Apple Store. So where would Apple make their money? From individual sales of their V-Bucks. That's what Apple wants 30% of. But Epic decided to go ahead and bypass it and put it in their game. So Apple gets nothing What does Apple
just-
get right now if they're on? If they let Fortnite and Epic do this, what would Apple make out of this? Nothing.
They get nothing out of it. So that's the whole point. They're like, fuck you. We need something out of it.
Yeah,
Because
so
you know what? At the end of the day, what are those games being played on? Fuck the storefront. Fuck the upkeep of the storefront.
right.
At the end of the day, the devices playing that mobily are Apple iPhones.
A lot of mobile
Apple devices. Apple spent the money to make those devices that run your fucking game. You know what I
and
mean?
then Epic can sneak in there and just take advantage in a way.
We're gonna take this for free. Fuck you. But like I think like I said before, you're right, man. Like Apple goes down, Xbox is next, Nintendo is next, Sony is
Steam,
next,
yeah.
Google Play is next. They're
Yeah,
all
even
next.
in the that I didn't think about Google. That they'd be next too.
Everyone's next. Fuck you. Like who? So like it's really like I don't know. That's gonna be a big snowball effect. We'll see what happens there.
But
Let's
it
move on
it's
to
funny
more
if it
news.
comes back to bite it some because Epic has their own store. What happens if the Epic store grows and then so people
They
start
start
putting apps on there for
charging.
free and then charging within their own app and they don't make any money
They're fucking getting sued by people and they use their own lawsuit against them. Hey,
because they charge what
motherfuckers.
12%?
Yeah. Yeah, it's less than the other guys.
It's like
but they
12
still
or
charge
15.
something. Yeah.
But like I said, I remember when this first came into fruition when they were comparing Steam and Epic, that they were like, well, Steam makes 30% on all sales. I'm like, yeah, well, so does Sony, so does Microsoft. That's just the common, that's what everybody makes. That's like the common theme, I guess, from everybody. But Epic was like, oh, well, we only charge 12%, but Steam, like I said, doesn't, that's why I read that they don't make money from every sale. If you buy a key from somewhere else or get a key from a developer, Steam makes nothing on that sale. So you don't have to buy it on Steam. Like, you have options. You can go to Humble Bundle. You can go to CD Keys and get a product code or something like that. I redeem my share of games. So you don't have to pay Steam directly.
Let's move on now to more news. President Joe Biden, shortly after meeting with members of Congress on Wednesday, signed an executive order, Mayo, that launches a review of supply chain vulnerabilities in the United States. Says here, COVID-19 has made evident gaps in the United States supply chains and medical equipment like face mask and ventilators. But Biden also held up a chip, calling it the 21st century horseshoe nail. Says here, they're having a lot of chip shortages from both AMD, or actually from AMD, Intel, NVIDIA, and Qualcomm. All these companies make the chips, that power our technologies, like our graphics cards, etc., on our computers, our CPUs. But they're also used for military equipment. I guess what happens when you can't get any chips, Mayo, because they're all being used to fucking crypto mine.
Right?
You can't make any more tanks. You can't make any more
Uh-oh.
jets.
What?
You can't make any more nuclear bombs that self-guide themselves to blow up a city. You can't do that. Can't fucking do it. Why? Because there's no chips, Mayo. No more fucking chips. So, also, they're saying that smartphone production, Mayo, is expected to decline in the future.
Are you telling me we will not
Because
have a
of
new
this.
Apple every year now?
Oh my God!
What are we
am
gonna
I
do?
What the fuck? I'm gonna lose my shit.
I know.
I can't have this.
Well,
I can't
well,
have
my
this phone
Note-
for more.
my Note
I can't
20
have this phone for more than 9 months, Mayo, before upgrading.
What are you gonna
I
do?
can't have it.
What are you gonna do?
Oh
know.
my God!
I mean, I'm stuck with this like Hobo Note 20 Ultra now. It's like
Wow,
a year and a
that's
half old.
Oh my God! What is that? Fucking ancient technology? What the
I mean,
hell
it's
are
like
you
a
using on
brick
that?
anymore. I mean, come on. I mean, I need
Who
the
the
new
hell
one.
uses-
It's got to
who
fold
the
up
fuck
in
uses-
quarters or something.
Who the hell uses a Note 20 G Ultra? What the fuck hobo ass shit is that?
I mean, this is the very first 5G phone that
Oh
I
my
had,
God.
and
Very first
5G
That's
is
like
so old already.
we're at 6G now, dude. Fuck,
Oh,
what's
you guys
time?
talking about we're at like 11 or 12.
That Michigan technology.
Yeah, they're way advanced. They got all the chips in Michigan.
Right.
It says here that Biden acknowledged that semiconductor chip shortages impacts everything from productions like, cars, smartphones, medical diagnostic equipment. It says here earlier this month, Mayo, Ford Motor Company said the shortage would reduce their production of vehicles by 20% in Q1 of 2020. No, we can't even buy cars anymore, Mayo.
What are we going to do? Blame it on the miners. All these crypto miners. Consumerist Americans, and we need stuff to buy, and we don't have anything to buy. What are we going to do with all this money we're making crypto mining? We can't buy anything with it. Crypto miner waste to richness, and we can take this extra money we're saving, Jesus, and we can just pay a scalper for an extra 3080, and we can crypto mine some more.
Oh, yeah. It says here, as part of this new executive order, this is called the American Foundries Act. That was introduced last summer. That called for $25 billion. But this new executive order signed Wednesday pledged $37 billion for an unspecified period, described as, quote, short-term. And this money will be pledged to work with ally nations to address the chip bottleneck. This executive order will also review key minerals and materials, pharmaceuticals, and the kinds of batteries used in electric vehicles. I guess they're just trying to make sure we have enough. We've been saying this for a long time. There's not enough, dude. Like I said on the last week's show, we were talking about NVIDIA switching their whole shit to crypto mining cards.
Mm-hmm.
It wastes resources. It creates e-waste.
Yes, it does.
What's e-waste? E-waste, if you didn't know, Tigress, is just electronic fucking shit we're throwing away left and right. I think even who was it? Didn't Apple say they're the largest consumer of gold in the world or something like that? Because they make so many fucking iPhones and tablets and computers and iMacs and fucking iPads and just iPhones alone. I think they said something like if you take all the iPhones they've ever made and take all the gold out of them, then you'd have so much percentage of the entire world's gold supply.
That's absolutely ridiculous.
And there's any percentage of it would be ridiculous, but it was a significant amount. And it's not changing. It's the shit is running out. What do you do? What do you do, Mayo? What do you do when the stuff runs out?
Yeah, we got to come up with some kind of alternative, like some kind of other material. Or just charge more.
Like $1,000 iPhone.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, whoa, what a surprise.
Only 1,000?
Oh, wow.
Is that the small one?
Isn't that normal?
And nowadays, yeah.
Yeah, I think what the new, on my son's Pro Max, the 12 Pro Max was 1,200, I think. Mm-hmm. I think my phone was 11.
That's fucking ridiculous. That's more than my house payment.
That's insane, right? That's a fucking phone that he's going to have for
right, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
That was more my first car. I think my first car was 800.
Payment and my house payment combined together is still cheaper than the price of that phone. That is insane and stupid.
That is so fucking bad.
But Americans are so obsessed with technology.
Yeah, America.
That it's not going to stop.
America, we're even fucking signing executive orders to get more tech.
Right.
Exactly.
That's how important it is to us. Our president is signing executive orders, motherfuckers. Yeah, fuck the COVID-19 executive order. We're going to look for chips and computer parts, Mayo. Woo! We need more PS5s and Xboxes. Woo!
Yeah, because we're all trapped at our houses right now with nothing to do.
Oh, fuck. Oh, that's so bad. Well, it's almost like an apocalypse is happening. But, speaking of apocalypses, Mayo, Days Gone PC requirements have now been released.
Uh-oh.
What was that,
we're getting
Jesus?
Days Gone on the PC? What?
Days Gone coming to PC?
A PlayStation game?
That's right.
For
Days Gone.
70 gigabytes.
Yeah. So sure, Days Gone PC requirements have been revealed. To play the game at 720p at 60 frames, male, all you need is an Intel Core i5 2500K clocked at 3.3 gigahertz or an AMD FX 6300 clocked at 3.5 gigahertz. The minimum GPU requirements is an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 780 3GB RAM or an AMD Radeon R9 290 or 290 with 4 gigs of video RAM. Says so you will need at least 8 gigs of RAM to play, and the storage is only 70 gigs. To play the game at 1080p, you need an Intel Core i7 or a Ryzen 5 1500X. Minimum GPU will be a GTX 1060 or an AMD Radeon RX 580. And to play at 60 frames 1080p, you will need 16 gigs of RAM. So
And these are some old graphics cards, like,
very old, yeah.
you know, you're talking quite a while back. So,
But they're still, Mayo.
I'm thinking the only thing people need to worry about is that 70 gigs of storage.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, at this point. Yeah, most people have higher than a 1060 at this point, right?
Yeah. It seems like the 10 series is really where everybody started
1080. I would
being
say
the
most
really
people
common
nowadays,
one to have.
Most people probably have 1070 Ti's or 1080s or 1080 Ti's at this point, or 2080s or 2060s or whatever. Fuck. 3090s.
You excited for this game on PC, Jesus?
Fuck yeah, I am. All right, so listen, Mel. Listen, Mel.
Okay, I'm listening.
Listen. Jesus the other day was on Instagram. I was grabbing it up, bro. And I saw a cool video on the gram about Days Gone. I thought to myself, I really want to play Days Gone. I own that game. I have a PS4 Pro. I should go play it. And then I saw this article came up.
Yeah, like I posted it in
It's
the
like,
Discord.
hey, it's coming to PC. And
Or
I was like,
Facebook.
you know what? Jesus does not need to go play that game on the PS4 Pro because it's coming to PC in a few months.
And I think it's spring too. Like I think an article had said.
Yeah. So I'm a spring. When is spring? When is spring? May? May, spring? When
Oh,
the fuck is
it cannot come soon enough. I know that.
March? April? April is spring. Spring showers, spring Mayflower.
Mayflower, spring, or whatever. It's May.
Is it May? All right, woo! Are you excited for this game, Tigress?
I am. I haven't played console in a really long time, but obviously outside of the Switch. But yeah, it's definitely been a game that's been on my radar. So I am excited that it's going to be on PC and that I have all the minimum requirements. So I'll actually be able to play it.
Yeah. 60 frames too. Like, yeah, on the PS4 Pro, I don't even think it's 60. I think it's only 30.
Wow.
So, and the game is pretty fun, and there's a lot of zombies on screen. Like on the PS4 Pro, even for being, like I said, the PS4 Pro running at 30, there's a shitload. When you get a horde, like I'm talking one of those freaker hordes that are like huge. There's probably at least 500 zombies, maybe more. So, I cannot imagine how that's gonna look on PC. It's gonna be fucking epic, dude.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. A lot of things that have come to PC that I had played previously on console have been not disappointing for sure.
Yeah.
So, Jesus, do you think this makes it for PC like? I mean, the place to go right now. Say if you're good looking from the outside, you don't have any of these. You don't have PC, Xbox, or PlayStation. Do you think this is kind of starting to like show signs that like PC is a place to be? Because now that Sony's starting to release games in there, we already have all the Microsoft stuff. We have all that PC type stuff like you've been playing, like Death and Taxes and, you know, My Buddy Simulator. And now we're starting to get these Sony games kind of starting to trickle in. Yeah, they're kind of old, but this is like a perfect spot for PC. Like,
Yeah.
they're going, sure, you know, we'll have it, you know.
Yeah, actually, you're right. I think that if you're just an outside person looking to get into gaming right now, the best spot to be is to have a PC.
I mean, I know it's a huge up cost at the beginning and stuff, but I just think it
Not
helps
really,
the
though.
platform grow even more.
Not-
like,
Not really though.
It's not. I know, but people think that.
If you go for like a PC that's just like I want a PC that'll get me by for a year or like I want a PC that can play games now at 1080p 60.
Mm-hmm.
We just saw there. You all you need is a 1060. I mean,
Right.
Or, I mean, too, the other thing a lot of people don't realize is how much cheaper it is if you build it yourself.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's true. Also,
I mean, yeah, unless if you know what you're doing. I mean, YouTube's pretty friendly on that kind of stuff. Or 90% of the time, at least, you know someone who can build it for you. Or at least help you build it. And, I mean, that is significantly cheaper than just buying one outright.
yeah. I mean, even me when I got my first gaming PC, I went through JB's gaming PCs, and he builds them for a living or whatever. Like that's what he does, you know. And I remember I did the math. Even with you, Mayo, we ran the numbers, right? And I think he only charged me $100.
Yeah, it was like $100 over what it cost to make it. Yeah.
Yeah, what it would have cost for me to go and buy all the parts and do it myself. So like, hey, to have somebody do it for me for $100, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I just wanted to get a PC. That was a good fucking deal for me, you know.
Yeah,
So,
so
like,
just labor and time really is all you paid him
yeah.
for.
So like that's really what you do, you know. Like if you could find a good deal like that, you know, I was just going to him because I think even what's his name? Somebody in our community actually bought his PC from him. I think it was Dirty Bite. Was it?
Yeah, I think it was.
I think he bought his PC from JB, and JB he used to live in Portland. Now he lives in like New Jersey or something. But he like made the PC for him, and then shipped it to wherever he's at. I don't know if it's Canada or Texas. I don't think it's Texas. I think he lives in Texas. So he
Canada and
shipped him the
Texas are
PC.
pretty far away from each other. I'm just throwing that out there.
But
Made it
Well,
Mata.
yeah, I mean, you know, like, but the problem also, like we were talking earlier, right now a 2080 Super, it's fucking $1,200.
Or to find a 30 series is
Yeah,
not
but
impossible.
you don't need that.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're right.
yeah, I'm sure there's people who want it, but that's not a necessity. You have to.
All right,
have
all right,
have
all
a
right.
But even Micro
right,
Center where I live
Tigris.
right now
What would
is
you go for?
hard to find stuff.
Tigris, if you were building a PC right now on a budget, what would you go for?
Well, I have a 1660 in mine right now, and it runs far better than I could ever imagine. So, I mean, it's not the best, the top, the newest, the whatever, but it runs all my games and more.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And I think that's
I
what
don't need anything more than that.
people get confused at times because they think they have to upgrade all the time. You can be content with what you have for a long time, especially like, you know, Jesus, you know, your PC and my PC, we could probably go 7 to 10 years without upgrading, you know.
Well, that sounds like hobo shit.
Right. I mean, but if we
I need to
really,
upgrade
really
next
wanted
week,
to.
bro. I need to upgrade now. My shit's
Right.
old already.
Oh, I'm right there with you.
See,
But
exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Your prime example right there. Your little outburst. I love it. Yeah, no, that's just it though. I have a 1660. Could I upgrade? Absolutely.
But you
Do
don't
I
have
need to
Right.
upgrade? No. I don't need to have anything more than what I have right now. Eventually, I'm sure there will be some game somewhere down the line when I'm, you know, in my grave that will need more than a 10 or a 1660.
But see,
But-
Jesus is a frames hog here. There, he has to have all the high frame,
All right, listen. All right.
all the
See, and
graphics on
that's fine,
ultra.
but the other thing too is people who are just starting out don't
Right.
have it top notch.
All right, but
And then you
if a
can
console,
save up and get something better and then sell your old one.
but if a console right now, if the Xbox, the world's most powerful system, is touting 4K 60 or 4K 120 with Ori, because that's the only game it can run at 4K 120. I mean, all right, Mayo.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen I don't know what a PC is. All I know is my Xbox, motherfucker. I bleed green. Xbox, the fucking video. I bleed green for
Gunny.
Xbox.
All right, Gunny.
All right, I'm an Xbot. I have Xbox. I have a Master Chief helmet. I'm wearing that right now. It's
You know
in my
what? If
head.
it makes you feel better, I have an Xbox too. It's just currently
All right.
on the floor.
It's a footrest.
With my PlayStation on top of it.
Oh God! It's a PlayStation holder.
Yeah, it holds my PlayStation. But they're both on the floor, and I haven't touched either one of them since I got my
Xbox is on the floor.
That is true. Xbox is the lowest, and then PlayStation's on top of it.
but listen, all right. If these new consoles, I'm bleeding green. I'm touting, 4K 120. Yeah, bro, I'm super fast. Look, I bought Look, Mayo, I went and bought a new $3,000. What's that TV you got?
Oh, the LG
LG
OLED.
CX.
CX, yeah.
CX 9000 4K, yeah, 4K, 7K TV.
120 hertz.
I spent $3,000 on a TV for a $500 console, Mayo. I'm playing shit at 4K 120. All right. All right. Well, what kind of graphics card do you need to match that? Do you need a 1660? What do you need to match 4K 120?
Well,
do you need a 1080
is
Ti?
it true? Is it true 4K? Because I know they kind of interlace some of that stuff.
Sometimes it's true. It's true with Ori.
I think Ori is true, but Ori's just a side scroller. That's pretty.
It's pretty
I don't think you're really playing like Cold War in true 4K.
You're not playing Halo in true.
Okay,
No.
so my uncle has a 4K TV, like yours, Mayo. Big, spiffy, fantastic, whatever.
Yeah.
So when he first got it, I took my computer over to his house with my 1660 in it and played Tarkov, and there was no issues. So you don't have to have still the newest card to run a 4K.
All right.
He wants
Tigers.
the 60 frames though.
But
I
Tigers, listen.
realize, Jesus, you want the biggest and the best.
No, but Tigers, listen.
But you don't
Okay.
need it.
How much did your 1660 cost you?
I can't answer that.
Okay, she cannot answer that. All right, but right
Well, I
now,
can't
I'm gonna
Because
say
my-
250
My
to 300
PC was
range.
built for me and dropped off at my doorstep.
well, then see, you're lucky. But for most people that do not get PCs dropped off at their doorstep, like most people. All right, if right now you're trying to build something with the 1660 like a rich person, like Miss Tigress over here, you'd be spending a good, cool $720, Mayo. I could
yeah.
just pay a scalper to give me a PS5 for that much.
Yeah, you could.
Probably wouldn't work, but you could.
They're expensive. Every graphics card is. What's the cheapest graphics card you could buy?
Cards are the most expensive thing you will put in your PC.
Well, you can buy really cheap graphics cards, but you're not gonna get anything.
Mayo, like anything new is expensive. Like
Yeah.
the cheapest thing I
much-
found. Okay, what?
The 1080.
Right now, a 1080. I'm on Amazon. A 1080 is $900.
So a 1080 is more
Yeah.
expensive than my 1660.
Yeah, 1660 is 720.
Right, and you're on Amazon. So if you look elsewhere, like, I don't know, maybe Micro Center or an actual, maybe PC place.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the thing is
all right.
everybody's buying them up, so then the price is right, and they quit making them.
Oh, yeah, everybody's got things they're trying to do now,
Yeah.
especially since everyone's stuck at
Because
home.
there's a shortage.
Yeah, that's
Well,
the
there's that,
fucking
yeah.
problem. That is our problem, ladies and gentlemen. We have a shortage, and it's not ending. And the
Or,
president.
you know what? Go out and buy the next lower level, like a PS4. Why do you need a PS5?
For 4K 60, 4K 60.
Okay, well then you got to spend a shit ton of money on getting a 4K TV.
What if you have?
If you don't have that kind of money, well, first off, if you had that kind of money, and you're debating if you're going to go PC or console, and you're going to spend all that money on the TV alone, and then also
You can buy a
spend
4K
that kind of
TV
money.
for say 300. You
But
don't have to
no,
go real
Mel.
fancy.
The only 4K TV that does
Depending on the
120 hertz
Oh, it's like mine.
is the one you have.
Right.
How much did that cost you?
I got it on sale for $2,300. So.
Oh, that's on sale.
Yeah, on sale, exactly. You know how many PCs you could buy for that? I'm just saying, how many graphics cards? Like, I'm just throwing it out there that if you're gonna be going 4K, I doubt you're worried about the price of your graphics card.
Right.
I'm just throwing that out there.
And I don't hook my PC up to my TV. It's too much work. So
Console gamers are like, oh, the PCs cost too much, then proceed to buy a $2,300 TV on sale.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just saying.
To play 4K.
Don't tell me that, and then you're going to spend extra money yearly if you want to play with your friends because you have to purchase,
well, you got to pay for
the
live and all that
PlayStation
stuff
Plus
too.
or the Xbox Live or whatever. There's always a nook and cranny and something, and you buy a game on PC, and as long as you have internet, you can play that shit with your friends all day long for the price of the game.
And you can do it in 5 years from now.
Exactly.
Yeah, literally.
You don't have to worry
it's
about
still that
backwards
one
compatibility.
single price still.
Wow. Now, you blew all the arguments away,
It's fine.
Tigers.
I understand.
PC Master Race is the way to go. Oh, man. Yeah. But I mean, the PS5, it looks cool. It's big. It's big.
I'll still get one eventually when I can find one.
We need bigger is better, right?
Duh. That's what Texas is all about. Yeah.
Till you give them snow.
Yeah.
No more snow. Give him too much.
Their pipes freeze and they burst, and like the whole world is in shit right now because Texas doesn't know what to do because it's snowed.
This is a complete off the topic kind of in a way tangent, but I just ran across a video today. Some guys make a video. I guess some people are trying to say in Texas that the snow is fake. It's from the government, and they're trying to burn it and stuff.
They're saying like "fuck you" to Bill Gates. Like "fuck you, Bill
Yeah.
Gates."
They should have put it in the
The
microwave and it was like
snow
popping.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're trying to like burn the snow with fire.
I'm
Just
gonna have to find out what's going on in his neck of the woods because I think it's funny. As soon as that whole shenanigans happened, I contacted him to find out if he was doing all right because he's up in the mountains by himself with like no one around.
Oh fuck.
And he's like, I'm originally from Michigan. Like, we're fine. Like, we got this. Like, the whole city is in like panic. But I'm like, okay, throw a little salt on the ground. Don't slip. Get a shovel. Everything's going to be okay.
No, it was bad. Like some people were saying that because in Texas apparently some power companies charge you like their pricing on how much wattage you're using or whatever, it goes up and down based on demand. So usually demand is not that high because everyone is getting equal power, right? Well, what happens when half the city, the power grid goes down, the demand for power shoots up like 500%. Well, what happens to your wattage per hour? Some people were getting charged $900
That's insane.
per watt. Per
Yeah,
watt.
exactly.
So then they got their bills this month for
Can you
the
imagine?
fucking... Some people got a $70,000 bill, dude.
And they had a heart attack. And
$70,000 fucking dollars for your power. Like,
yeah,
how-
when you're already in a crisis, this is how great America is. America! Mhm.
yeah, number one.
Yeah, it's freaking fantastic. I love it. This is why my brother went solar. I mean, it's fine.
Yeah, that's
But you
fucking
can't have
nuts.
solar without the sun, and if it's snowing, then you're screwed.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing
Fuck.
he's also got a fireplace.
That shit it was nuts. I feel bad for some of those. But I mean, the companies are saying that they're going to work on it. It's like, dude, like, you shouldn't have done it in the first place. You're charging people $900 a watt.
Yeah,
You
like
know
you're
what you're doing.
realize that's again that money hungry.
Yeah.
Like America is the most greedy country
America.
in the world. It is. You look around at every other country, and the things that we take for granted, it's ridiculous. Like, oh, look, somebody's power went out. Their pipes are busted. Let's spend, charge them over $1,000 to. No, that's fucking ridiculous.
Just stay warm.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man,
Like,
that's fucked.
It is fucked.
That's
I agree.
sad. You're right, Tigers. This is some bullshit right there. But,
Tin.
let's move on here to Valheim. All right, Mel. I know you're a big Valheim fan. Well,
Not
guess
so
what?
much, but a lot of people in the community are.
This is a 1 to 10 player survival game set in a procedurally generated purgatory inspired by Viking culture. Says here the game is now a hit on Steam with over 3 million copies
I
sold.
think it's been 4 million now already, even. That's a couple of day old article.
$3 million. 3 million copies.
That's insane.
Yeah, I think
Like
it's up to 4.
this game blew up. Like it was gifted to me. I have it. I have not played it yet.
It's only a $20 game, too, which is kind of nice.
So I did the math here, real quick math for you guys. 3 million copies. I just did 3 million even just to keep it even at $19.99 a piece. That's 59, almost it's just shy of $60 million. That's a lot of money. Anyway,
Where are they gonna get all that money?
Iron Gates 8B's co-founder Henrik Torg, I don't know how the fuck to say this.
That guy.
He must be Swedish or something. He spoke to PC Gamer saying, "We had a feeling that the game would sell pretty well, at least to sustain us, but being a million seller and now 2 million seller is something we could never have guessed. It is quite incredible and very humbling also." Says here, currently Iron Gates AB consists of only 5 people, Male. Okay.
In the small
5
studio.
fucking people.
Oh, okay, let me get this right. 5 people and $60 million split between 5 people.
Woo. Well, no, I'm assuming it says here that they're gonna now hire more people and increase their studio size. So
I certainly hope so.
I hope so too. $60 million. That's a lot of fucking money, dude.
Right. Even if you take the 30%, well, you didn't add tax.
Oh, that's true.
Well, yeah. So even at 30% of that Steam gets, that's still a ridiculous amount. Millions. Not just a million here or there. Like just a couple million. Like a lot of millions.
It's not done yet either, so it's going to have more sales.
Exactly. And it's blowing up all over right now. I know so many people on Twitch who are playing it and they're like, their streams are going crazy with it and that's great. But that's actually the reason I'm not playing it right now is because literally everybody else is.
That's something you probably have to look at as a streamer. I think it's better. And you would know more than this than I do, but I'm assuming you kind of want to find your own game and you not want to play something that's popular because you can't compete with the big streamers,
Right.
So.
If I'm on there and I go to stream this game that everybody else is playing right now, like partners and, people who have way more followers than I do, and viewership than I do. And I get on there and I play this game, I'm going to have my normal people come chill in my stream. But new people, by the time they scroll down after they search just the name and find me, there's no way. Mm-hmm. It's just not, it's not even going to be a thing. So it's pointless. I mean, I'll play it on my off time, which, well, right now that's all Tarkov. But and that's why I haven't played it, is because literally everybody else and their brother and sister are playing it right now.
Right. Good times. I'm not a big crafting survival fan. I know people in the community like, oh, you need to pick this game up. It's just not for me. Like, 7 Days to Die was okay because it's fun with the community. And I can maybe get into it if I was playing the community some, but it's so hard for like Jesus and I because we're always moving on to the next game, because even though we will sit and talk about like Call of Duty from week to week to week to week, and the people don't want to hear about Valheim every week, so like we have to play other stuff on top of that. And Valheim is one of those games that you got to put time into. It's
like a Tarkov. Like you gotta grind it. You gotta be in there.
So when I see a game I gotta grind, I pretty much am like, okay, not playing that one.
Destiny, fuck, I'm out.
Yeah,
like I'll play the story or I'll play for a bit and then I'm out. Like fuck it, I'm out.
Yeah, it's one of those things I feel bad because it was a gift to me. But there's other games that were gifts to me too that I haven't really played a whole lot of, or I haven't even played yet, just because they're like, oh, here, play this because everybody else is playing it. And I'm like, then what's the point of me playing it?
What? So, okay, this is just asking you now. Now, we got a famous streamer on here, man. We got to ask questions.
Famous streamer. Oh my god.
All right. So, you brought up a really good point here. So, as a streamer, as a female streamer, I'm sure you get a lot of like guys trying to hit on you, giving you free stuff, trying to give stuff to you. How do you deal with like getting, like, for example, free games, and how do you deal with like you're saying right now, like not playing it? Do you address it? Do you tell the people, hey, thanks for the game, but whatever, I might check it out later. I'm not gonna check it out right. Do people get mad at you ever? Like, hey, motherfucker, I gave you that game. I'm gonna go find where you live now because I gave you this game, and now you need to find out. You need to play my fucking game. Do people get mad at you for that?
I have yet to experience that.
Good.
I have been really lucky. I have a really amazing and supportive community who knows me well enough to know that if you're going to buy me a game or gift me a game that I will eventually play, or that I will play with you offline. But if it's a popular game that everybody is playing, they know I won't do it. A lot of the games that get gifted to me are actually ones that are like the quote hidden gems. I literally spend hours going out of my way to find games that are interesting. Like at Christmas time, I found the most ridiculous game that no one has ever heard of. It's called Delirium, and it is like a cross between My Little Pony meets like zombie horror. So yeah, and it was one of those things where like the community was in love with it. It's like a dungeon crawler kind of game. You're like these happy, it's Christmas time and we're all meeting for dinner, and the lights go out and the lights come back on, and half of your friends who are also unicorns are slaughtered. And the other ones turn into like crazy zombies, and like you have to fight your way through this like castle-like dungeon. And it was one of those games that nobody had ever heard of. But then I get people who were like, hey, I've never heard of this game, and stop in and hang out. Like Phasmophobia was not on the radar at all when we first started playing it and streaming it. Like, it was a game that one of my followers was like, hey, I just found this game. It's still relatively new. It was actually, at the time that we got it, I think it was only like $4 or $5 because it was just so not popular at the time. And they're like, yeah, it's kind of a horror, spooky, let's play it. And I was like, okay, never heard of it. Let's do it. And we just fired it up and played the game and continued to play it for a really long time.
Until you're level 300.
300 plus. But yeah. And it was one of those things that I could keep playing even when it got popular, because I had already gathered so many people from streaming it before it got popular.
Gotcha.
Do you feel like, for example, like Phasmophobia, you're saying you were streaming it before it got popular. Do you feel like there's ever times where other big streamers kind of like scour?
Stream snipe.
They scour like let's go watch all these little fucking streamers, these little hobo streamers.
Yep,
and
they do.
Let's steal their ideas. All right, this motherfucker, oh, that game looks pretty cool. How about I play this game and make it pop? Then the game blows up all of a sudden, and they get all the credit for making the game blow up or whatever. Yep. Like,
I have most definitely had that experience before. I actually had a guy who is a Twitch partner come into one of my streams and kind of, chat me up. He was being all nice and friendly. It was the only time he had been in there. Didn't drop a follow, whatever. Fine, cool. You're just hanging out, whatever. And then the next day, I had one of my community members come to me and go, hey, remember that guy who stopped in? I was like, yeah. And they're like, well, he's streaming Phasma right now with, 140 viewers. And I'm like, well, good for him. Like, all right, now we're done. So, yeah, I mean, you always have to be cautious. There's always, that's one of the reasons I don't stream Tarkov is because people like to stream snipe. And they'll get on there and be like, oh, well, I know exactly where you are. And because you're a Twitch streamer, I want everybody to see I killed you. Ha, ha, ha. Yeah. And or people who I kill come into my stream and they're like, oh, you were camping. And I'm like, I don't camp, but okay. Or, oh, you're a cheater. And I'm like, no, clearly I'm not. You can rewind the video. Go back and rewatch it. I was not cheating. Like, that's not who I am. But yeah, so I have to be, it can be stressful, but it's also a lot of fun. I've met a lot of really good people. That's how I met Mayo, is through streaming. And yeah, so I've met a lot of really good people through it. Met a lot of really good friends. I've got some amazing mods that take care of a lot of the bad and filter through making sure everybody's there for a good reason and not to be obnoxious and rude and toxic.
You would never make it, Jesus. The mods would ban you quickly.
I'd be like, fuck this guy. Who the hell is this guy? He's banned. Boom.
I mean, they usually ask me before, like, they know I can handle my own for the most part. But if I'm in the middle of a game and I can't do anything, then they know what to do.
But yeah, okay. I guess we'll move on now to the last piece of news here. Last piece of news.
What do you got for us?
You know that awesome game that came out a few years ago, or maybe was it last year? Was it last year, the year before? The game called Anthem?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's dead.
Yes.
It's dead.
It's finally DEAD, dead, huh?
I mean, it's like done. Like EA said, like, look, we know we promised all this content and like this fucking roadmap or whatever of whatever. We're not doing that. We're done.
Yep. Pulling the plug.
I mean, do you think video game companies should be allowed to do this?
Well, they are leaving the servers up, right? Like, you can still play. They're just not updating it.
Are you sure?
No.
I'm not sure you can play them anymore.
I thought I saw that, though, but you could. The servers were still staying up.
Is this something you paid for?
Yeah, it's a game you had to buy, and basically they kind of flopped.
And now they're not going to finish it? Yeah, I'd be pissed.
Yeah. So basically it's like their answer to Destiny 2, or Destiny, and it just kind of didn't take off. It was very short. It didn't have enough content, and that was the biggest complaint. And then they were going to revamp the game and kind of change it, and now it's not happening.
Yeah, I'd be pissed at that. I would not take that kindly unless if they were going to do a refund for those people who paid that money for a game they thought was going to be finished.
And I think it was a $60 game too at the time.
It was. Like, it was a full price game.
That's messed up.
And that was a really high selling game too.
And I know people that bought like the $100 edition that came with like a season pass and everything. And guess what, dude? There wasn't even DLC for that season pass. Mm-hmm.
So I have the EOD version of Tarkov. Tarkov is still in beta. Yeah. I have the highest version of Tarkov, which is a little over around $140-ish. Mm-hmm. If Tarkov doesn't finish the game, I will be very pissed. Right. I'm just going to throw that out there. Like, I don't think that's going to be an issue unless if they take way too long to bring the rest of the maps out. Because it's still a very popular game. There's no other game that is like it. I mean, similarities, yes, but Tarkov is its own thing. But if something were to happen and it were to flop, I'm not going to be a happy tiger. It's going to be a rage tiger, and no one want to see that.
I mean, the reason EA said that they're pulling the plug on this game is because they want to focus on Mass Effect and they want to focus on their next RPG, Dragon Age, as well.
Oh my god, Dragon Age. That's my shit. Sorry.
But they're also saying that the next Dragon Age won't have any multiplayer. They're saying that originally the game was going to be a multiplayer game.
Well, I'm okay with that because Inquisition was the first one that was multiplayer. And I only played multiplayer on it once, and it was not the most pleasant experience I've ever had. It's not like most multiplayer games, and because of the storyline, I really think it would be difficult to have multiple people because there's so many different decisions you have to make in all of them.
Well, I mean, is BioWare really known for their multiplayer? Because even like Mass Effect, they had multiplayer, but I don't know how many people really played it.
Brink is literally the only person that like that shit.
That I know. I mean, I know I'm sure people played it, but I didn't know anybody that played the multiplayer, just the single player.
They're saying that they will continue to keep the servers, or Anthem live servers, running as it exists today.
They will?
Yeah, but they won't update it anymore. However, like no updates at all. Like not even like.
But I mean, that makes
like, hey, there's a bunch of hackers on here. Like we don't care. Like,
but I mean, if you're still playing this game, you're so hardcore. You're like Jonathan on Titanfall. You know this game so well. You probably have everything there is to have, and there's probably not even a point.
They're saying that they plan to work on Dragon Age 4, the next Mass Effect, and they're going to be updating the MMO, Star Wars: The Old Republic. That's why they needed to take people off of the Anthem game.
I'm just excited about Dragon Age 4 and all that.
Yeah.
But I'm a diehard. I have all of them on between PS3 and PS4 and all of them on PC, so.
Wow.
And I also have the Dragon Age symbol tattooed on my leg.
That's pretty hardcore.
I'm a little bit of a fan.
But yeah, that's all I have for news. So there's that, man. I mean, if you are excited.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't play Anthem. My oldest son did. He played it and beat it on the first night. They did a 24-hour stream when that game came out. And he never touched it after that. So he was one of the guys that bought the game for $60, played it for 24 hours, and he was done.
Wow. Yeah, it says here that last night on Steam, that Apex Legends hit an all-time high concurrent players with 198,235 players.
And that's just on Steam.
Just on Steam. Yeah, that's pretty good. Wonder why. Oh, because there's the new season.
Yeah, it's only we're 3 weeks into the new season, so.
Alright, well that makes a lot of fucking sense.
And they're doing the anniversary thing, so they kind of have two events going on at once.
But yeah, there's no more video game news. Anthem is dead. Fuck Anthem. EA killed it. There's other games that are probably gonna die eventually. I mean, like who the fuck plays Predator Hunting Grounds? Do you play Predator Hunting Grounds?
Nope.
Predator?
Nope.
Yeah, like what the hell is that? Like I thought that looked so cool when it was announced, and I never got it. I should get it out. It's on PS4, I think. Maybe it's on Epic as well. Oh, that's what it was. It came out on PC, but only on the Epic store. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, fucking Predator Hunting Grounds. Anyways, let's move on now, Mel. Let's move on now to whatever the hell goes on after the news.
Well, this is where Gunny would come in, but...
Fucking Gunny. Oh, I got you.
Just get me instead.
Here I got you, Mayo, with the games with gold and shit. I got it.
Okay. What do we got going on over here right now, Jesus?
Oh, games with gold for the month of. Well, they haven't updated it. What the fuck? Fuck. Still says the old games with gold. March 2021. All right, I got the hottest news here. I'm the new Xbox guy here. I bleed green. All right, March 1st to the 31st, Mayo. If you are an Xbox Live Gold member, you get access to Warface Breakout Cold Sun. Whatever the fuck that is. It's a $20 value. It's yours for free. Or you can also get Vala, which is Vicious Attack Llama Apocalypse. From March 16th through April 15th. That's a $15 value, Mayo. We're getting all the values here. All right? Or you get yourself a backwards compatible game, Mayo. Metal Slug 3. Who doesn't want to play Metal Slug 3? You play yourself some Metal Slug 3 from March 1st to the 15th. Get that for free for the Xbox 360 backwards compatible games. Also, how about this? Have you ever wanted to be a pirate, Mayo? I know you.
No, not really.
I know you do. I know. Mayo's always wanted to be a pirate. He's always
Oh, I did, huh?
You've always longed to be in the high seas. And since I know that now, you've always wanted to play Port Royale 3. I know you did. So, but now you can, Mayo. Now you can play Port Royale 3, a $19.99 value for free from March 16th through the 31st. March 16th through the 31st. So yeah. Also, people, yeah. So there's that.
I got a question for you, Mr. Bleed Green Xbox guy.
Oh, okay.
So the only reason I ever owned an Xbox was Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2. Mm-hmm. Love those games. What is your take on Back 4 Blood?
I'm fucking hyped. I really am looking forward to that game. The only thing that I is it a Steam exclusive or an Epic exclusive?
It's Epic. I'm pretty sure it is an Epic.
That's the only downside to the game because I know a lot of PC people are gonna be like, I don't want to buy that. It's fucking Epic. Like fucking Mayo over here.
I have my share of Epic
But,
games.
I mean,
you know better.
it's gonna happen because it's Left 4 Dead. Well, Back 4 Blood, but still, I mean, it's gonna be a thing. And I got a beta code for it, so I got to play a little bit of it a little while back, and I am beyond stoked for it.
Okay, so it's definitely a must buy then if you're.
If you are a Left 4 Dead fan or Left 4 Dead fan, it is a must have. It is amped. It is hype. It is sweaty palm, delicious, zombie killing, amazing.
I'm in, Mayo. You in, Mayo?
I'll probably pick it up.
Good.
Mayo's in.
We're in. We're in now. We're in.
Yeah, we'll get her.
All right, man. I know you wanted to know what the PlayStation Plus games for March were.
Well, yeah, I want to buy my PlayStation 5 eventually. If I can find one.
All right, let me tell you here real quick. Well, if you were a big fan of PlayStation like I am, and you totally watched that PlayStation Direct thing yesterday, Mayo, like a true fan that bleeds blue after bleeding green. I need to go to the doctor and get myself checked out.
Yeah, you might want
to. All right, you will find out, right, that the PS4 version of Final Fantasy VII Remake and Maquette, Farpoint VR, and Remnants from the Ashes are the PlayStation Plus games for March of 2021. Woo, remember? Evan Tanaka was talking to me about Final Fantasy Remake. I'm glad I didn't fucking buy it, because now I can get it for free.
Yeah.
Woo! Woo! Also, big news here, Mayo. Big fucking news here. This is some weird news, all right? Final Fantasy VII Remake
Oh my god, yes.
is getting DLC,
But where?
but
where?
exclusive to the PS5. How? What the fuck? Who thought this was a smart idea? Who
Sony.
the fuck at Sony thought, hey guys, we should really sell, DLC for this game that's pretty popular on our platform. What's the one console that no one could buy right now? We should probably put it on that one. Yeah, let's go ahead, put it on that one. Who the fuck?
Right, but Jesus, they've probably been listening to us go, there's no reason to buy a PS5. There's nothing to play right now. Now there's something to play on there. But yeah, it is kind of crazy that they're going to make a DLC for a game that's on both. Make it only available on PS5.
So fun fact, Back for Blood is also available on PlayStation and Xbox and PC, and is crossplay.
Nice.
That's pretty dope. Yeah, it is crossplay, so there's that.
So there's another thing they can look forward to playing.
Real quick, Jesus, too, I just happened to think when you were mentioning earlier, though, in the news, didn't PlayStation just announce a new PSVR 2?
Oh, yeah, they did.
They
didn't really announce
yeah.
it. They didn't really announce it. They kind of just said, hey, guys, PSVR 2, it's a thing. It's real. It's happening. Yeah.
What do you think it's going to need to have to be a hit? Do you think it's going to be like the Index is now, or do you think it's going to be something a little better than what we have now to get it to sell? Or do you think they're going to go cheaper for manufacturing costs and do something equivalent to like an Oculus Quest?
I think they're going to do something cheap.
Like an Oculus Quest, $299 entry lane, nothing really mind-blowing.
With one wire maybe
spec-wise.
to the console. Yeah, one wire to the console. No breakout box. Or maybe there will be a breakout. I don't know. Who the fuck knows about a breakout? Who cares? Maybe one wire. It'll probably be a little bit simpler to set up than the last one was.
Yeah,
The last one had a lot of wires.
That's probably something they're probably really working on, is making it easier to set up and easier to use.
And I think that it won't require like a camera. I think it's going to just be like,
Built
hey,
in.
there's cameras.
Like
There's
an Oculus.
cameras in here. Like an Oculus. Yeah, there's cameras in here. It can tell if you're looking around. Or you don't need to set up a camera in your room or whatever. And I think that'll be really it. As far as the actual controllers for the hands, I think they're going to come out. They cannot use those old ones. Those are way too out. Those are from PS3, dude.
Yeah, the motion controllers, whatever they call
Those things
them.
are from PS3, man. Like, they literally came out on the PS3. So they got to get rid of those. They got to come out with some new type of controller for the hands. And yeah, that'll be that.
I think they'll have something like what the Valve Index has, where it has more of a finger movement thing to make it more user-friendly. I think they'll invest in that.
Yeah, besides that, like, they can't go too crazy on the price.
Mm-hmm.
I think they learned their lesson with the last one, that you really got to stay at that 300 or less price point. You can't go any fucking
Well,
higher
especially if you can try to compete with a Quest.
than that. Yeah.
I mean, you could buy a Quest $299. It doesn't even need a PlayStation,
It doesn't need anything. You just fucking play games on it. Oh, you don't need anything. The shit just fucking plays games. It's whatever. So yeah, I don't know. I think that's a cool thing, but once again, having a PC already, like, will I ever get one? No. Yeah. Sucks. Having a fucking PC sucks. You don't get hyped for anything anymore. You've seen it all, man.
No, you get hyped. Listen to Tiger over there. She was excited. She was hyped for Back for Blood.
I get hyped about PC stuff all the time.
See?
You see all the frames. You see all the but nothing even hypes me up anymore. I see graphics. I see frames.
That's
Why you
because
totally
we see it
got hyped
all the
when we
time.
first heard of it.
I see 4K on the TV. Look, I'm looking at Phil Spencer on the screen with his nice jacket. He's on stage talking about Halo in 4K. I'm like, I've seen it already, bro. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care anymore, Phil. I'm done.
That's not how you bleed
about
green over there.
Cut it out, buddy.
we need AK now. We need more. We need more. We need AK. Woo! AK. Everyone gets AK televisions. AK. Yeah.
You say AK, and my mind automatically goes to gun. Too much Tarkov.
That's all that Tarkov, yep.
Tarkov. Yeah, also...
when you walk around the house and start looting things.
yeah, also, just for the people that are on the Xbox, just so you know, Gears 5 and Resident Evil will be available to the end of tonight. Also, Dandara Trials of Fear Edition is available from the 16th of February to the 15th of March. All these games are only playable if you have an active Xbox Live Gold subscription. Once your subscription ends, you no longer have access to these games, similar to PlayStation Plus. So there's that. You must have an active Xbox Live Gold or Xbox Game Pass Ultimate membership to play these games now. Unlike Gunny kept telling people lies, his fucking lies. Oh, you own these games. You don't own these games, Gunny, motherfucker, you. Fake news. Moving on now, Mayo. What's next?
Oh, geez, I think it's about time for some community questions.
Oh, okay, finally.
We got some questions for Samurai Jesus,
Oh.
Nothing direct for Samurai Jesus, but this is his time to shine.
Oh.
But Sean I'm Spoiler wants to know right away, Jesus, and we kind of hit on this earlier. He says, "What did you think of Outriders demo?" And
well, I haven't played it, but I want to. I heard it's good.
Yeah, it is. It's good stuff. I really enjoyed it.
I don't try to play that.
I want to check it out.
Yeah, so maybe, like I said, we kind of covered it earlier, so we can just skip over that one. But Sean also wants to know, how Sean has all these food ideas all the time. He's always making me hungry on Facebook, coming up with these weird mixes. He wants to know, Jesus, have you ever rolled an entire TV dinner into a tortilla and make a burrito out of it?
Fuck no. Why
not?
That is something only IAMS would do. And only
Right.
IAMS. I'm not even gonna like say anyone else would do that. Only he would think of, hey, I'm gonna put this entire TV dinner inside a fucking tortilla and roll it up as a burrito. That's only him. And you know where he probably got this idea from? From those stupid ass food trucks he goes to every week that I see him posting pictures of. All right, man. What? Okay, guys.
Okay.
I'm gonna go on a rant. I'm going fucking.
Oh no.
Oh motherfucker. All right.
Do it.
What's up with all these food trucks, right? Being like, how you ever seen these videos on like Instagram or Facebook or like, hey, check out this really cool food truck, and it'll be some stupid guy, some fucking millennial or whatever, and they're going to a food truck and they're showing like how the food truck makes these amazing fries, right? So they start off and they're cutting a potato. And it's like, oh, then they deep fry. Then they show them putting the potatoes in the fucking deep fryer. And they pull them out, right? Got these potatoes, deep fry these fucking fries, right? They're fries now, okay? But, okay, you think to yourself, okay, they're fries. Maybe they're going to put some cheese on it or something. Maybe they're going to put some dipping sauce next to it. No. Next thing you know, they grab like 3 pounds of cheese, and they put 3 pounds of cheese on top of it. Then they grab... What else do they grab? They got some hot dogs mayo. They put some hot dogs on top of it. How about let's put some tomatoes on it, some jalapenos on it. Oh, how about we're going to put some fucking ranch? And not just a little bit of ranch. We're going to just drizzle it. We're going to fucking like quadruple, like 2 bottles of ranch. And fucking just ranch everywhere. Put hot sauce on top of that. And then we're going to put one onion ring, a big one, on top of that. And then we're going to put a hamburger on top of that. And then we're going to put a grilled cheese on top of the hamburger because, well, why not? I mean, we already put all this other shit on here. Might as well Might as well put the grilled cheese on top of that. Oh, and then we're gonna put a steak. A steak.
Mm-hmm.
Next to it.
What
on top of it.
What are we gonna name this?
The mega fries. Like, have you seen these? I'm tired of these. Like, I'm tired of these fucking food places acting like they're the best fucking food place because they just legit.
Everything but the kitchen sink.
Literally, they literally just like it's like they get high one night. Like, hey, bro, we need to get more customers. How do we go viral? Oh.
That's literally my first thought of rolling an entire TV dinner into a tortilla burrito. I was like, that sounds like a stoner thought.
You get high as fuck, or, you know, and then you just come up with like the craziest shit. Like, I see this with not just food or fries. I see it with like anything, man. Anything. Like the other day, I saw this video. Right, it was like, check out this amazing onion, and like it was like this huge onion, and these guys like cut it like all fancy. Like, oh, we're gonna put it in the deep. Like we're gonna batter it, and they batter this fucking like this onion was. I'm talking. This onion was like huge, dude. And like,
So
they
like
batter
a
this
blooming onion from like Outback?
Yes, one of those. And they put the fucker in the deep fryer, and it's like, psh.
Some things are delicious, though.
All right, listen, Mel, but okay, Mel, you might, okay, yeah.
You're making me hungry.
All right, listen, Mel, but they might be delicious, right? But then they grab it, right? They pull it out of the fryer. It's all deep fried.
Mm-hmm.
It's all blooming and shit. They open it up. It looks nice. All right, now let's throw cheese. Let's throw cheese. Fucking all the cheese. They put cheese on. Let's throw fucking bacon bits. They throw bacon. Then they throw like... Next thing you know, it's like, then at the end, they throw like one big-ass jalapeno on top. Like, but like I'm talking like they take like 10 minutes throwing ingredients on them. All right, guys, you guys can stop at any point now. It's like, no, we're going to throw this, and this, and it's like when...
Unnecessary.
Yeah, like, why do you need all this? Like, why couldn't you just made an onion that's deep-fried and like maybe a little bit of something on there?
Or like something... We have a place that literally has a burger named The Heart Attack. And it's like 2 pounds of beef.
Oh my God.
Made into 2 separate 1-pound burger patties and stacked with like this huge array of onion rings. And like it is the most, it ends up being, I believe, a total of 5.5 pounds
oh my God.
of just food. And somewhere in there is 2 pounds of burger and a bunch of other shit. And then it's all topped with a gravy.
Like, how is that appetizing? Like, to somebody, like, you know, like, I get, like, yeah, it sounds good. Like, oh, a big hamburger sounds good. But a 2-pound hamburger?
Yeah, that does not.
That does not even sound that, like, how?
Like,
how
I have a 16-year-old child who's like, Mom, that's too much.
I don't know, man. I don't know how you feel about these food trucks. This is what this.
I mean,
this,
sometimes
this
I'll be like, "Oh, that sounds like a good combo or something like that." We do have food trucks that come to my apartment complex, actually. And,
do they do dumb shit like this? Do you tell them, "Hey guys,
some of them.
I want everything on your food truck"?
Live in a fancy ass apartment complex.
Yeah,
Mayo's got like fucking food trucks. Hey sir, fucking butler.
Well,
I sent my butler out to the food truck to give me some tacos.
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly how it is.
Mayo's like, yeah, every once a week I send my butler out down to the food truck.
No, that's my 21-year-old. I just send him out there. I just call him Butler.
The butler. But I'm just saying, like, it would be like you. Okay, like I've been sitting with like ice cream places, like these ice cream places that are like, oh, look at the most amazing banana split, and they're like, okay, they make a normal banana split. Next thing you know, there's like 20 pounds of ice cream on there with like a million toppings, and you're like, what the fuck?
I think they're just trying to do that, because if, say, Jesus in a fair setting, okay. big county fair, out here in Little Old Ohio, you got 30 food trucks, and they're all serving French fries. How do you make yours stand out?
You don't sell French fries. You sell onion rings.
Make it $1,000 basket of French fries by adding literally everything except the food truck on top of it.
Right.
Or you flake him with gold.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Ooh.
But something. No, I'm not big food truck person. I do like some stuff like in food trucks, but the other day they brought a food truck out here, and it was a lobster food truck, and I think that's the last place I think I would buy my lobster.
I will not buy a lobster.
Yeah, I
from a
want
food
to
truck.
know where that food truck originated from.
Yeah, because like seafood on a food truck does not sound like a good idea to me.
It's like buying sushi from a food truck. You don't do that.
Yeah,
We have a place out here that literally travels down to, I believe, Maryland, and gets lobster and crab and puts them, they have like their own little, like, you know how you go to a grocery store and they have those aquarium type thing. You have the live lobsters and stuff. So it's alive when they bring it back here. And like when they pull it out, they're like, oh, you want this one? And it's still moving around and everything. And then they chop its head off and throw it in the boiler and, you know, whatever. But unless if they were going to show me exactly, like if it was already pre-cut up, like, no, thanks, I'm good.
Right, yeah. I don't think that one was very busy. I don't think anybody really went down. I did not go down. It was cold that day. It was probably only like 10 degrees outside or something like that.
Yeah.
And then the food truck is there. And even our apartment complex pays for like the first 30 people or something like that. I don't think even 30 people probably even showed up for it. Like I don't know, but I did definitely.
See, and then your apartment complex is fancy enough where if you're the first 30 people, you don't even have to pay for your food. That's fine.
Yeah, which is nice because they were doing it like once a week for a while there for a couple months. But yeah, you know, good times.
Where do you live, Mayo? Fucking Mayo.
Like I have never I've
Fancy
been to
trucks
Ohio a few times, but like I felt like by the time I got over there, it was like the most ridiculous. I was afraid to get out of my car because I had a hoodie on and I felt like I was underdressed. Like gated community, and like he's like, oh yeah, let's show you around. I'm like, there's a pool with TVs outside next to it, and like it was ridiculous.
Mayo lives in the Beverly Hills of Ohio.
That's exactly it. Like, I passed so much farmland and I was freaking out on my way down there. And then we get there and I'm like, okay, I just arrived in Bel Air.
Mayo over here.
Mayo of Bel Air.
Mayo just pulls up, leaves his car running. Don't worry, the butler will get it.
Right.
Follow me upstairs.
Yeah, exactly. Ridiculous. I'm like, if I leave to go to the store real quick, am I going to be able to get back in this gated community? They're going to take one look at me in my beater car and be like, I'm sorry, you clearly don't belong here.
Ma'am, we're going to tow this vehicle.
You can never make people happy because I remember when I first moved here, my mom came to visit and she's like, you don't have an elevator? I'm like, no, I don't have an elevator. You know, she's like, well, why?
On the top floor.
You know, but I'm like, because we have like all these entrances, that's a lot of elevators they'd have to maintain. Like, it just doesn't make sense, you know, but because each hallway only has like 12 apartments in it. So.
Well, that's because freaking massive.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I did look at a place that had elevators,
Your
but
apartment is the size of a house, Mayo.
No, it's bigger than my house. If you even take the upstairs and put it downstairs.
Each apartment, fucking mansion, fucking size apartment.
Yeah, exactly. It's ridiculous.
Mayo, we're
Don't
truly
be so modest. It's fine. You work hard for your money.
Tiger, I'm trying to get Jesus to come out here to Ohio and visit, but
we're
he won't.
uncovering the true Mayo over here. He doesn't drive tractors. He drives a Ferrari.
No.
Someone in the apartment does. I see it and I was like, I am not parking next to that guy.
Damn.
Yeah, there is some nice cars that run around here. Hey,
Coming
Jesus.
from a guy who's got a nice car too.
Normie wants to know. Her question is, she says to be or not to be. Is that truly the question?
What to be or not to be?
That's an old one.
That's, I don't know.
I'm a logical thinker, so I need more than that.
Yeah, that's a very open-ended question.
Mm-hmm.
That's the point.
Anyways.
Yeah, but then we got Brian Tulip Jr. He wants to know who the guest host is this week.
Well, he already knows by this point.
What's that?
He knows by now.
Yeah, so we got Tiger this week, Jesus.
Yeah.
We have Mayo and Jesus. Woohoo!
But yeah, you know, we've been struggling a little bit to get all three of us together, but we're making it work.
Yeah.
Well, then Brian, he just kind of responded to kind of what I said. We've been struggling to get people together. But he also wants to know, Jesus, what's your favorite kind of dog?
My favorite kind of dog.
How about you, Tiger? What he's thinking? I know you have dogs. I know you're a dog person.
I have 2 pit bulls.
Is that your favorite kind of dog, or just?
They are pretty freaking amazing. They get a lot of bad rap, but that's the people, not the dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Both of mine were rescued from being beaten and used for fighting, and they are the sweetest, biggest babies in the freaking world. Also, my very close, right underneath them, is a Doberman Pinscher.
I hate those dogs.
Why is that?
You're afraid of them.
They're just
They're massive, and they are scary looking, but they're the biggest babies too.
But I like pit bulls. I do like pit bulls a lot. But I like all kinds of dogs, man. I like huskies. I like.
Oh my God, Jesus! Have you ever seen a Pitsky?
No, I haven't.
Oh my God, that's going to be my next dog. I'm actually going to adopt it relatively soon. But Pitskys are pit bull and husky mixed together, and they're freaking adorable.
Nice. Yeah, I like huskies, and I do like pit bulls. I grew up around pit bulls, so yeah, they're very nice. They're actually super sweet dogs. People, yeah, like you were saying, they get a bad rep because people are stupid. But I do also like German Shepherds. They're very obedient dogs, but they could be very violent. They're scary as fuck.
We have some
If
cool
they're not
dogs
your
around
dogs,
here.
Mel.
What's that?
If fucking German Shepherd isn't your dog, it could be the scariest fucking thing you see coming at you.
I don't know. I mean,
What kind of dogs do you like, Mel? Do you like Chihuahuas?
no, I like bigger dogs. A couple people in my complex there's 2 people that have Great Danes. They're pretty cool.
Oh, those things are huge.
Yeah, they're large. But me personally, I think I want a Labradoodle. Oh, I like those Labradoodles.
Are those
They're
like puffy?
super hyper.
Yeah, they're very hyper, but all that energy I have all the time, be perfect for me. No, but yeah, I mean, if I had to choose, I would definitely want a Labradoodle. There's a lady here that actually has an all black one. It's just a beautiful looking dog, and it's a gray dog. And I know, my youngest son has some allergies and stuff. I think they're probably like hyperallergenic.
Yeah,
the Labradoodles are, and so that would make it a good option too.
Specifically bred for hyperallergenic.
Yeah. Expensive.
Yes, expensive dogs.
Man, I got a Labradoodle for you. You send me $10,000 on Venmo. I'll ship it to you.
Oh yeah, get right on that. You gonna ship it to me? Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll ship it to you.
For $10,000, you better hand deliver it.
Oh, okay. I'll deliver it. 10,000. But you first gotta send me the money on Venmo.
Okay, we'll talk about that later.
This is a scam going around. People do that shit, man. People scam people.
Yeah.
Happens.
Hey, Jesus, Jonathan, the biggest D Hall or smaller than the Bill Gardner D, he over here, he says, when he finally got power back after 4 days of being down to extreme weather, the first game he jumped on, can you guess?
Titanfall?
Yep, Titanfall 2. Imagine that.
Yeah.
He says,
surprise.
what would be your game you would jump back to if you didn't? I know Tiger's answer already.
Oh, if I didn't have power for 4 days?
If you didn't have power for 4 days, what's the first game you'd turn on when you got it back?
That's a tough one. That's a real hard one. I have no idea.
I think we're at a disadvantage here because, like we were saying earlier, we don't really have games that we stick to all the time.
Yeah, I have no idea. I would just look at Steam and launch something. I would launch Steam. That would be the first thing I do. Yeah.
And not the Epic Store? Shame on you.
Well, because Epic Store launches as soon as I boot my computer up. Oh! Oh!
Shame on you.
Anyways, what would you... Oh, we know Tiger's answer. She would play Tarkov.
I believe so. But,
Anyways.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Told you. You're not wrong.
Tiger, you might know this person in the community from the question. Snoopy?
Yeah, I know.
He says, what do you do when the sales video of a game is more fun to watch than playing the game? He says he just keeps replaying the sales video and never buys the game. LOL. He goes, before you judge me, watch the video, the Sarah Ozell Hot Euro Truck Simulator 2 trailer song. So I did put a link, and this was on Facebook. I did put a link to his comment as a reply. And yeah, so it basically shows you Euro Simulator Truck, or Truck Simulator 2, set to the song. And you can watch some of Euro Truck Simulator, Jesus. It does make the game look fun.
Okay.
But I don't
Look, man, okay, listen. I don't know what it is about these truck simulators, but it's always Europeans or Brazilian people playing these simulators. I'm just going to say it. So it's always Brazilians or Europeans. And it's always like at 2 in the morning, I wake up, I'm scrolling through Facebook, and then Facebook Gaming decides to show me some bug. Look at this person streaming fucking Truck Simulator 2025, and they're driving like a truck through like a cliff, like a bus on like a cliff, and like they're just... I mean, I don't know how they have like 500 people watching them stream this shit. I'm like, what the fuck? How? What do you... And they're just like, you know, they're like Brazilian because they're speaking Portuguese. So like, the thing about people get this confused. Portuguese and Spanish is similar. Some of the words we might understand if you speak Spanish, but it's not the same language. It's completely fucking different. They speak so fast and their shit is like, it's like jumbled. It's like you don't understand. It's like trying to listen to somebody speak Chinese. We wouldn't understand it. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to watch these people, like they're watching them play, and they're speaking Portuguese, and they got a lot of watchers. But I'll watch them for like 20 minutes, dude. I don't know what it is. Those truck simulator games, they're cool to watch, but I would never play one. It's like watching Gunny play SnowRunner or something. Like I couldn't do it, but I personally couldn't play it, but I could probably watch Gunny play it. Just watch him for 20 minutes. I don't know.
Wait for him to get stuck.
They're kind of mesmerizing. I don't know what it is about watching a big bus go over a cliff, like barely make it over like the turn. You're like, oh, is he gonna make that turn? And then he makes the turn. You're like, oh fuck, how did he do it? It's just, I don't know. I watch these things. Tiger's probably like, fuck, I'm gonna play some Euro Simulator, some Truck Simulator.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do.
That's something you could be streaming right now.
You could be right now, Tigers. You could be streaming some Bus Simulator, and you have all the people watching you play Bus Simulator.
You know, somebody asked me if I would ever play. Apparently, there's a tractor simulator. And I had to politely decline. Yeah, farming simulator is totally different. Like I play Stardew Valley, it's fine. But a tractor sim, you literally sit on a truck and drive it around plowland and up and down the roads and piss other people off who are trying to actually drive.
Sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
I watch it.
Yeah, pissing people off while I drive down the road on my big ass tractor. That sounds like a great time, but the rest of it, not so much.
You know what I hate? Those fucking tractors are all over here. Like everywhere I drive, somewhere out in Oregon or in the summertime, those fucking tractors are the worst. You'll be driving going 50 miles an hour. Next thing you know, there's a fucking tractor. There's a fucking line of cars.
Yeah.
Like fucking 50 cars. And you're like, what the fuck is the holdup? And then you, sure enough, as soon as you start getting close to the front, you realize it's some fucking asshole in a tractor just holding everybody up. Fucking tractors, man. Those people, man.
Yeah, those people, I used to have to deal with them all the time when I was growing up. I lived out in the country, up in northern Ohio, and I had to get stuck behind tractors all the time. We even had a day, like the senior day when we were graduating, our last year of high school. They had a tractor day where everybody drove their tractors to work.
Oh, fuck.
Or to school, and it was horrible. Like the whole parking lot was full of combines and tractors. And me, my little Camaro, like in the middle of the parking lot, But
Are you serious? Everyone drove their tractors.
yeah, they did it as like a thing where they all drove their tractors to school.
It was like a prank or something.
It just
I was going to say that senior prank day or something.
it was like just like a tradition, like this day at the end of every senior year, that senior class got together and drove something particular to school, and it's usually tractors because everybody was farmers out there. So,
It sounds like
except
a
for me.
prank. That sounds like a national, yearly traditional drive your tractor to school days tomorrow, kids. Bring your
How
tractor
early
to
do you think they
school.
had to leave to get to school?
Dude, you'd have to leave like fucking 4 hours for school to get there.
And you only live 2
Those
miles
things
away.
they go like fucking 10 miles an hour, don't they? Or something like that? 5 miles? Fuck. That's so bad. Fuck that.
But anyways, we'll keep on going here. Let's see, we got Berserk Zod. He says, thoughts on the DLC for Final Fantasy VII Remake, which was the PS4/PS5 game only, being on the PS5. And
Bullshit.
yeah, we kind of hit that on that for a second. But yeah, it's kind of crappy that it's only going to be on the PS5, I think.
Yeah.
Especially because DLC. If it would have been a standalone game, fine with it.
Yeah, yeah, whatever.
But when you lock people out of DLC because they don't have a PlayStation 5, it's kind
They
of...
can't get a PS5 that no one can get right now, including the president. Yeah.
Or even if you had the money or you could get one, you don't have the money. I mean, early in the, console, you might not have the money right now. COVID's
If you're
hitting.
a big fan of Final Fantasy and you just bought the remake or whatever, like, that's some bullshit, dude.
So yeah, I think it's kind of crappy of them, really.
Fuck you, Sony, motherfucker. Xbox would never do that to us, man.
No, they would never do that.
Other things. Oh, look, speaking of Xbox, let's get on to the next one.
Oh yeah. So Jesus, Tony Rodriguez wants to know, with Xbox users experiencing connection issues this week, and some of us that still are, would you dust off an old console to get your gamer fix? He wants to know which console, which games, and he said, heck, how long you think it would take you playing an old console before you remembered why you bought a new generation console in the first place?
That's a good question, but no. I don't think that's gonna... I don't have any console that's old enough where I don't have to connect to the internet.
I do. I mean, I have my Nintendo that's kind of sitting in display back here behind me, but those games to me...
Are you gonna plug that in, Mail, when your internet is down in your super deluxe high-rise condo over there? Your internet is down. You're living like you're in the fucking 1800s. Your butler isn't even getting you tacos from the food truck.
Oh, man.
And you're pissed off. You're like, I got no tacos. I got no tacos, no lobster, no butler, no internet.
Dinners to roll into burritos.
Yeah. No butler to make me TV dinners that I could roll up. What the fuck? All right. Are you going to plug in that Nintendo, Mail?
If I was bored enough, yeah.
Oh my God, you guys are ridiculous. So once a month, my son and I and his friends all bust out like between, yes, I still have an original Atari, the first gen Sega Genesis and original NES. And we all sit around and we play the shit out of them for like an entire weekend.
Nice.
And we still have internet.
Damn.
They are fun, and I do enjoy playing them, but sometimes I'll just emulate them, instead of actually hooking up a Nintendo. But that's easier. It's not as good. I have an old 1982 TV that I can hook my Nintendo up to and keep it all like...
I remember the picture. You said you hook Nintendo up to it and play it.
Yeah.
Did you?
I did, like the other day, and then we played for like an hour and then stopped. So... But, we get our fix every once in a while. we got to hook that Nintendo up. I like playing those classics every once in a while, but I don't think any of those old games would ever like make me want to like stay on them all the time. You know, they're a lot better in my memories than what they actually were. You know, like some of them old games were way better than I remember them. You know, I remember them being way better than they are. You know, so. Yeah. Or I find them really difficult nowadays. I'm like, wow, this game was really hard. What was that?
So Castlevania.
Yeah, Castlevania was good stuff. Is that what it was?
I don't remember it being that difficult. And then we were playing it, and I was so frustrated. Like, the rage was there, worse than Tarkov rage.
Wow.
We a little side story too. I forgot to mention what I've been doing this week. Jesus, Gibbs had mentioned on the show feedback one time about no pinball talk. I'm like, I need to go out and do some recon. And so I went to a arcade here. There's like a bar/arcade. And they have like maybe like 30 pinball machines. And they have a whole bunch of 80s arcade cabinets that are all free as long as you're buying drinks. And so I got to play some old Street Fighter 2 on the arcade. I played Mortal Kombat 3 on the arcade.
Oh, yeah.
We played NBA Jam. We played Miss Pac-Man. We played Asteroids. We played Space Invaders. They had some good games there, but kind of a good time. So we got to go check this place out. It's called Level 1 Arcade here in Columbus. And so, but yeah, as long as you're buying drinks, I don't know if you're having like that by you, Jesus, but it was a good time.
Yeah, we have some barcades around here, but they're all closed right now because of COVID.
Yeah, for some reason we were open. It wasn't very busy. Like there's maybe
it's close.
Maybe 15 people in there, maybe. So it was nice and quiet. We got a couple of drinks, played some pinball. Did really, really bad. I was like, I remember being way better at than this. You know, like same way with Street Fighter, trying to get the moves.
How the story goes. Like, I used to be amazing at this game. I'm going to kick your ass, and then I start to play it, and I'm like, oh my god, I suck.
Yeah, they had the Turtles game, the Turtles arcade game, the 4-player one.
The Ninja Turtles one.
Yeah, so
that's amazing.
Well, if we ever have you back down, Tiger, I'll take you over there.
Yeah, I'll get back down there eventually.
But yeah, so it's like 10 minutes away from my place too, so it's pretty close. But that's it, Jesus. We are done with questions.
All right. Well, fuck. That's all I have. And fuck, I forgot about the show feedback. You just reminded me about that.
Yeah.
And I even wrote show feedback right there. I need to make it bold. That's what.
Extra large font.
Show me back. Woo,
like an entire page.
Show feedback. That was supposed to be at the beginning of the show, but I got some show feedback from Dirty Bite. He says more boobs and Jesus walks a lot. Yours do not count. Well, fuck you, Dirty Bite. Dead Kamikaze says, you guys need to have a cool Bill Biggest D Gardner on the show more often. He's a badass. Also, I'm in the process of making a company called Digital Assets AD LLC for the digital content being added to your will. Thanks, I looked and there's no patent. Fuck you, Dead Kamikaze. You are going to be sued. Cease and desist is coming your way. Ghost Nico says, I think Leahy adds a lot to the show, and he is a pretty funny dude. More Leahy, please. Mr. Leahy. Well,
Jesus.
That's all I have for show feedback. What do you guys want from me? I don't know what else to do here. Well, what's next, man?
I think that's it. What does Gidget say, Jesus?
Oh! Wait, well, no, wait.
Come on, wait a minute. No, we're getting early. I'm out of practice. Oh my gosh.
Ah, Jesus.
Where can we find you, Jesus?
Wow. Well, let's let our guest go first.
Okay.
Let's let her plug in all her stuff. I know she's on Twitch. Go ahead. Tell the world where they could find you, Tigress.
I am on Twitch TV and then or twitch.tv/ the Italian Tigress. I am also just Italian Tigress 01 on the Twitter, And that's really all I use. So that's pretty much it for me, guys.
Alrighty. Well, you can find Gunny Chief or Invisible Host non-existent. He was gone.
Playing SnowRunner somewhere.
Yeah, what do you think he's doing right now, really? I think he's driving his Jeep in the mountains.
Yeah. He's either playing House Flipper or SnowRunner.
One of the two. You can find him on everything as Gunny Chief, Gunny Chief 01 on something, the Gunny Chief on something else. Gunny Chief _ HGP on PlayStation. I don't know. I don't even know anymore. I don't know what's going on. Find me on everything, mail. Jesus Walks a Lot. That's it. Just literally just type that. You find me.
Easy.
Everywhere. Jesus Walks a Lot. Just fucking find me. Let's play games. Let's play some. Man, I'm so torn, dude. I really want to play some more Ghost of Tsushima, but I want a PS5, but there is no PS5s. When do you think I'll be able to get a PS5?
I think they're getting more and more available. I would say within the next month and a half.
In the next month?
Yeah, I think so.
That's very optimistic of you, man.
I think we're starting to see it. You've been watching the Twitter Restocker, right? You know, they've been seeing...
Sometimes.
Target's been getting them. Best Buy's been getting them now. Amazon's been getting them. I mean, they're selling out quick still, but they're starting to get more often supplies now.
More? What about Xbox? I don't see Xbox as being restocked.
Yeah, I haven't heard much about them. Probably because we have Jay in the community who keeps messaging me. You know, he's like, hey, Mayo, there's... You know, this is going live in an hour, you know. A lot of times
he messaged me the other day. I was like, I'm fucking driving, bro. He's like, oh, man. He's like, yeah, be careful. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm at work usually.
Yeah, I'm either sleeping because it's like, he'll message me like at 4 a.m. I'm like, dude, I get off of work like at midnight. Well, I get home like at 1 a.m. and then I fucking pass out by like 2.
Yeah,
so I'm usually out.
Jay's from the Florida area, so he's over here on the East Coast, so he's on my time zone.
Yeah, she's like at 7 a.m. his time, but it's like 4 a.m. my time. He's like, hey, Jesus, get on Target.com. Like, what the fuck, dude? It's like 4:30 in the fucking morning. I'm not going to get on fucking Target.com to buy a PlayStation.
You should, Jesus. You should.
So impossible to find. I think I'm never going to find one. I think I should just... give up my dreams of buying a PlayStation 5.
Maybe you should just get a PC.
He has
a
one.
PC. Well, maybe I'll get another PC.
There you go.
Oh.
If you can find the parts for one.
Fucking $1,000.
And just use yours to mine. It'll pay for itself.
I should. No, because then NVIDIA's going to release that patch to fucking nerf our shit. God damn it, I hate NVIDIA. Fuck you, NVIDIA. I'm moving to AMD next time, Mayo. AMD for life. AMD gang. I bleed red now.
Bleeding a lot of colors here.
Yeah, so you got some rainbow going on in you over there.
Looking for well-being.
I'm bleeding all kinds of shit, guys. I need to go to the doctor.
Yeah, you might want to get that looked at.
Get checked out here. Fuck.
But Jesus, find me over, on Discord. The best place to find me. I hang out over there all the time. Is the Mayo. You're going to find me on Steam, and Xbox is the Mayo or the Mayo 1. One of those two. I kind of have to mix it up a little bit. I can never remember which one's which, but...
Why do you have the Mayo 1?
I think we've been through this before, because I think I made an account a long time ago, and I lost the email. Off
every time I hear it.
Yeah, I think I lost the email.
Recover that fucking... How do you not recover that email somehow?
It was a long time ago. Man, I don't even know I don't even think I had an email.
Do you know the email?
No, I don't even know what it possibly was.
Was it the Mayo is cool at gmail.com?
No, it was some old...
The Mayo is really cool at AOL.com.
It was actually I was still living at home, and we didn't even have our own internet, and I didn't have my own email, so I just like created one that day, and then created a Steam.
What kind of email service was this?
Yeah, this is old school, and then I just made it a Steam account, and it was for one game, and then I just stopped, and then I lost all that information because I wasn't even connected to the internet at that time. This is back 93, maybe 94.
Oh my God. Steam wasn't even around in 93, was it?
Yeah, I have to see. It was something like that. It was right after I graduated, I want to say, because I graduated in 95, so maybe like 95.
I mean, Mayo, fucking Steam was created like in 2005 or something, 2004.
I don't know. Either way, I didn't have internet access at the time. I had to borrow somebody's internet, and I just created a good junk email.
2003 is when Steam was created.
See, 2003, man.
Yeah, okay, it was something like that.
10 years before Steam was created, you made this email.
I have bad memory.
It was probably at fucking AOL.com.
It was something probably at AOL, I'm sure. Because that's, when you had the little AOL
the
disc.
only one, yeah. That has to be the only thing you could have used is AOL.com.
I don't know. But it's long lost. So then I
AOL or Yahoo. One of those two.
Yeah.
You need to call AOL company and tell me what you
Are they even around? Is there any AOL around at all?
I don't fucking know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
AOL even exists anymore?
There's like probably one office still open. Is AOL even a thing? Has to be a thing, no?
Oh.
But yeah, either way, that account has one game locked up in it somewhere that's never been logged into again, so.
I would be just curious to know what that game was.
I don't remember. It was something early on Steam.
That'd have been like a 2004 game. I wonder what game would Will be playing.
I feel like I should look up like the very first game on Steam and just assume that that's the one.
I even want to think it was something like Counter-Strike or something like that. Like something I didn't really play much. Like it was just something I just got it.
Free-to-play game.
Yeah, it was something that I just picked it up because again, I'm like still whatever. I didn't have internet access really, and just was like, okay, I just need an account for this, and so it couldn't have been Counter-Strike 'cause I didn't have internet, so it was something that was single player. I don't remember.
This is great.
But yeah, either way, it was like a game I couldn't play, and then I ended up losing the email, and you never logged back into it. Then I tried to create a new Steam account, and I had to put a 1 behind it because the mail was already taken.
Oh, Half-Life was the very first game Steam ever had.
Yeah, that makes sense because that was made by them. And I had that later, but like I said, back in the day, I didn't have internet, so I had to go use somebody's internet at the time.
I'm telling you, man, you need to call AOL and you need to give them your information. Be like, hey, guys, look, I was the only person in Ohio using somebody else's internet.
Right.
On this day in 1993, there's only 5 people in all of Ohio using AOL. One of those is me. I need you guys to figure out which fucking email address I created.
I think I would have better luck contacting Steam and to see if I can just get them to delete the Mayo account. Because I think probably it's never been logged into in years.
Oh, shit. That account still exists? You could probably check what game is on there.
Yeah. I wonder if it'd let me try to create change my ID to that now.
You might be able to, Mail.
I haven't tried in a long time, so maybe.
You need to try. You need to try, Mail. This is some bullshit. Mail 1 is too confusing for the listeners.
Okay. Horrible.
It's just not acceptable anymore.
I'm going to be like Gunny. I'm just going to make like 4 different names.
Do it. Yeah, Gunny's even worse. He's like Doug Gunny Chief _ Gunny Chief HGP or some shit. It's like, what the fuck? Dude, just... And then he has like a fake profile, like Bryce. Who the fuck is Bryce? What? Why did you come up with the name Bryce? From Gunny. From Henley to Bryce.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Oh my god. I don't know. Anyways.
What did Gidget say, Jesus?
Peace out, Brussels sprouts. We'll catch you on the next week's edition of the Horrible Gamers podcast. Hopefully everyone will be there next week. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, we're done. We're out of here. Thank you, Tigris, for coming on the show. You're awesome.
So much for having me.
Thank you for dealing with our bullshit for the last.
Man,
3
putting up with this
hours.
guy over here.
This was a lot of fun. Thanks.
Thanks to Mayo for being here with this fancy butler. Look at this. He's got his butler over there waiting for him with the champagne.
Oh yeah, he's probably gonna be bringing my drinks pretty soon.
And your taco from the taco trucks, from the free taco trucks that you're
Got a nice bath on it for him and his huge jacuzzi tub.
Yeah, motherfucker, man, over there living like a fucking Ohio king. You motherfucker, you. Anyways, bye everyone. We'll catch you on the next edition of the Horrible Gamers Podcast. We're out of here. Bye.
See ya.
Sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time. We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.